Today, oh my goodness, today we are going to be unlocking Theodora. That's right, the latest legendary commander to hit Rise of Kingdoms is available. We're going to get a look at her for the very first time, which I'm super pumped about. It looks like we're waiting for those rewards to roll in, and then we get this party started. If you like Rise of Kingdoms guides that help you get value and smash your enemies, consider smashing the subscribe button for daily Rise of Kingdoms videos. And we are also a sponsored content creator. We've got a few mischief makers running around. Kill events. It always brings them to the yard. Anyways, we're going to showcase this commander most likely in a moment. As soon as they show up, we'll be able to do that. I'm super pumped about it. This should be a good time. Just watch the attempted zero on Tickle Fist. Yes, it was crazy. What are we going to do with Theodora? We are going to take her for a spin on the battlefield as soon as we've got her unlocked. We're going to see what her animation looks like. We're going to do that sweet circle area of effect damage. Show you how that looks, how it performs. We'll see if we can learn some stuff about, well, I guess it's her expertise that does the clearing. We're not going to expertise. We're not expertising tonight. Chisgule's adventures. Will Theodora's animation be better than the anchor? I mean, oh my gosh, my expectations are sky high right now. What in the holy moly, there's swarming going on. Traders getting hit. Like, whoa, holy. Nice hair, thanks. Cut by my wife, you know. We got a quarantine haircut up in here. Thank you very much. She did a great job. Thank you, Livestream Fairy. Zeroing. Good old-fashioned trader zeroing. Holy jeez. Okay. Well, that's exciting. I did not expect that at the start of the live stream. Little bit of trader zeroing. Break the rules. Zero incoming. Oh, a teleport. Teleport. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd they go? What? I mean, we gotta go follow this, don't we? We're waiting for the sculptures anyways. Oh, I can't locate. I'm not an officer. My locate privileges are gone. Here he is. Well. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's running. He's running. Oh boy, the chase is on. The chase is on. We got a trader on the run. Good demonstration of rule enforcement right over here. Groggy and Juggernaut chasing him around. He's just using teleports. Because, look. No courage to take a real fight, You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Whatever. What are you going to do? What are you going to do while we wait for these sculptures? You can't zero the other guy, though. 185 million power is rather a lot. That would be a lot. Shout out to King Royce. Hello, King Royce. Hi there. What do you think they would release a legendary leadership commander if that made for rallying and city defense made more open field? Don't know if I totally understand the question. What have folks done? Zeroed innocent players. For their own personal gain, kill event points. Claimed to be of the people, for the people, then went and zeroed the people they claimed to be of and for and representing. Some people make their choices. We invite anyone who doesn't want to be here to leave and just leave peacefully. But some people, they'd rather cause problems. And you know, gosh bless wherever they go. This looks awfully terrifying to have to be on the receiving end. Dude. Now, if it's not here, is it going on over here? Is there something going on over here? Oh, no, bubbled. Nope. Nope. There's the bubble. All right, well, that's enough attention paid to people who definitely are not worthy of our attention right now. Let's go focus on something way more exciting. Not people who randomly zero innocent people. Did we make top 10? I believe that we should have locked that in. And there we go. We were 6th. We get 30 Theodora sculptures. The unlock is here. The unlock is finally here. Hey, C. Is that just C Miller? I feel like for some reason there's a letter that I'm not seeing. A C and a dash Miller. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Your name's in green. You get the badge. And you get all the custom channel emojis. Let's get those hype emojis, welcoming them to the channel as a member. Great to have you here, and I appreciate your support as we go and unlock none other than the legendary Theodora, who I am super pumped to have join the roster of legendary commanders that we have access to. There's the summon. She's making that sly. I don't have time for you. Look. Which is kind of cool. Look, she's bored. She's literally falling asleep. She finds me so boring. It is a C. C Miller. Cool. And that's it. Noted. World premiere. Indeed. Theodora onto the grand stage. We can, in fact, work on her first skill a little bit. I mean, why not? And, yeah, let's take her for a spin. Writer of history, we're definitely going to have to buy this. For sure, we are going to have to buy this. Let's just step out onto the old battlefield here. Here we go. Bada boom. All right, we'll use Lohar and, oh man, Theodora, this is exciting. Here she is. We'll use 100,000 troops. Dude, she does not even stand up to go march on the battlefield. Do you see what I'm seeing? She's just sitting there being like, whatever, Lohar. Whatever, dude. I see you have no nipple, Lohar, and I'm not even impressed. She's not even impressed. Okay, let's go get a look. Here we go. We got to have something a little better than a level 20. Do you think this animation is going to be cooler than the anchor from Yi Sun-shen? I think it is likely to be cooler. Can he port while Juggernaut is hitting? Oh my gosh. Chad is talking about some interesting stuff. This player, bubbled. Other rule breaker is, getting hit. Wow. Okay. Oh, geez. That looked really savage. That looked quite savage. Yikes. This does not look good. Holy jeez. Well, I appreciate the sentiment here. I do not think swarming this city is working, though. Quite frankly. Juggernaut, frankly, does not care. Because he's Juggernaut. Oof. Wow. I mean, do I need to teleport over and get involved here? Also, oh man, this distance is a little bit of an issue. Oh, because it's on... Where is this? It's not on someone's territory. I guess there was nowhere to port? Yikes. Holy jeez. Holy jeez. Wow. Well, that's definitely awkward. That's definitely awkward. Holy moly. He's barely taking any damage. Yeah, I think you gotta have all 5 armies hit at the same time here to get the maximum value out of this. Holy jeez. Should I go help? Should I teleport over? Should we get more people involved? The problem is that this player is online. This player zeroed random 100% unrelated innocent people for their own personal gain. And Juggernaut, who is the highest power in the kingdom, is like, you're going to do that. I'm going to come to your door. I don't think that this is working particularly well, though. Holy jeez. Yeah. I think we got to rethink the strategy here. Is Richard Scipio a good pair? Let's see Chisgule in action. Yo, I'm a whale, but I'm not so whale that I can run in and start hitting a city that is definitely online paying attention with a swarm. Holy moly. Holy moly. And this, by the way, is why you're most likely going to see a video tomorrow about people being toxic and Rise of Kingdoms and what can be done about it. Because, like, innocent players, 100% innocent players having their cities zeroed because this person is hunting their own personal gain is a bummer. It's a bummer. And whatever else their reason is, I'm sure they have reasons. Doesn't matter, right? Like, hitting innocent players is not okay. It's not okay. That's enough showcasing of them. Juggernaut, gosh bless you, national hero. Oh my gosh. Should we go back to this animation? Is it going to be cool or is it not going to be cool? Is this animation going to be cool or not cool? What do you think? What do you think? I'm going to hit this guy. I made it. Indeed you did, Rochelle. Indeed you did. Is this animation amazing? I mean, only one way to find out. Only one way to find out. Theodora. It looks like she's riding a horse in this picture. Huh. Okay. The animation is circle, raining stone. Okay. How much damage did that do? Here comes the stone rain. 6,500 is a lot of damage. Whoa. Okay, interesting. Now, hold the phone. Let's just do a little comparison. Let's bring in a second march. Let's bring Esong. And we'll bring cavalry, a small amount. What I want to see is if the area of effect of these two commanders is about the same or if it's different. Let's go down here and check it out. Let's go down here and check it out. That's depressing. Rolling stones. Not nearly as cool as anchors from the sky. Not nearly as cool as anchors from the sky. Who's got the bigger area of effect damage? Not that we're comparing size, but for a moment, if we were comparing size, who's got the bigger area of effect damage? Let's get both of these going at the same time so we can see. Who has the bigger area of effect damage? Side by side, we have the Esong with the Theodora. You tell me which one's bigger. Oh my gosh. What do we got here? There's, okay. One. Oh. Dude, Theodora, her circle is much smaller. Do you see that? Do you see that? What I'm trying to say is that Esong's is definitely bigger. That's 100% what we're saying right now. That is surprising to me. That brings some real appreciation for how amazing Esong is, by the way. Theodora is only going to hit people that are literally like right next to that garrison. It's the quality of the skill. Nice timing. Thank you. Thank you. I did time that rather expertly. How much power did Jug lose because of swarming? Like probably 20 million. Probably like 20 million power just now. Yeah. But here's the thing. It sends a message of intention that, like, we think what you did is not okay. And, you know, it's not okay. It's really not okay. Not okay. I mean, like, there's zero situations where hitting innocent players is an okay thing to do. Like, whatever your own personal grief is, that's not the right way to take it out. And it's more than gems time! Oh my gosh, did I forget all about that? So, chat, we need to draw some conclusions about the Theodora AoE here. That Theodora AoE is looking really small. Like, really small. What are the implications for this commander and her effectiveness on the battlefield? She will not control an area as well as an Isong does, because he has literally like more than twice as much surface area that he hits. So you have to be right up next to that flag to get hit by Theodora. I guess I should just leave her on the battlefield because people are going to want to see that animation basically all night long. No, wait. Chat's right. Why don't we just take her to Expedition? Let's just take her to Expedition. That's the way to do this. We'll bring her to Expedition, showcase what she can do in here. Well, I just got a lot of wood. Okay. Challenge. Wrong mission. JK, just a little JK. Challenge. Here we go. And let's use... I mean, I don't even have Garrison talents on Isong, but let's just bring Isong anyways, shall we? We bring Isong, and we'll bring Theodora, and we'll bring a mix of troops. I like this plan, and let's just showcase those skills. The old mix of troops. That's pretty mixy. Maybe this is more city mixy. Oh, that's a lot of siege. Okay, yeah. This is a lot of archers. Whatever, this is fine. Doesn't really matter. Here we go. Go. Neck and neck, huh? Ooh. Make her less good for barb chaining. Holy moly, Gareth has the insight right there. She is not going to be nearly as good for barb chaining. Like, if you thought you were going to barb chain with her, I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying it's not going to be amazing. If what I saw reflects reality, and I think it will. Here we go. What do we got? What do we got? Look at that. Isong AoE, Theodora AoE. Isong AoE, Theodora AoE. I mean, if you're standing right next to her, she'll hit you with those rocks. I'm not going to lie. The anchor from the sky was pretty legit. It really set up my hopes to be quite high for what this active skill was going to look like. Like, anchor from the sky was basically the greatest active skill ever invented. I'm sorry, but it's literally the single coolest active skill ever. Maybe it gets bigger with the expertise. You know? I suppose that's conceivable as we drink our chocolate tea here. But her AoE so early gain, so when you expertise her, it might get larger. Yeah. The expertise might get larger. I mean, it's obviously a pretty competent defense here with the T5s. Can we talk about the order of opening up to Theodora? We most certainly can. And chat, you're going to have to help me out here. I may not remember. But if I remember correctly, first it's Caesar, then it's Martel, then it's Sid, then it is, I think, Saladin, then it's Constantine. After Constantine, I believe you have Tamaris. After Tamaris, who was next? Attila and Takeda? And then, so it's Attila is the one in the Mighty Governor. Then there's, it was Guan and Leonidas. There was Leonidas. And after Leonidas, who did we have most recently? Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on this? No time for me to... Oh my. Yes, no time for that aspect. No time for that. Who did we just have after Leonidas? Why can't I remember? Cleo was first? No, there's no Cleo. There's no Cleo. Why can't I remember who we literally just had? Oh yeah. Ramses. Ramses and Artemisia. Artemisia, and then we have Theodora. Man, what a moment I had there. Is it worth spending gems on VIP 10? Yes, this is the time for VIP 10, fam. This is the time to go to VIP 10. This is the time. Because of more than gems, I got to VIP 9. Should I spend the gems getting Master Blueprints? Yes, Master Blueprints is a pretty good choice. Assuming you're close to 10. Oh, chat is blowing up with Artemisia. That's really funny. So what do you think of this active skill? What do you think of this active skill? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think the area of effect is pretty small. What that means is that you really need to be standing right next to the flag or the city in order to get hit by that AoE. And it's only really going to be significant in like a flag fight where people are really not paying attention at all and they're standing next to the flag. It seems really unlikely to me that you're going to get hit by this AoE without really... You really have to not be watching to get hit by that, which I thought was the case with Esong, but like, it is less than half the surface area. It is ridiculous. We need to go in and buy this thing right over here, the old Writer of History. We're going to fire this up. We got to make this purchase, lock this in. Boom. Here we go. Line it up. Queue it up. We should be good to go. Nailed it. Okay, we're all set. Boom. All right. Very nice. Get those legendary commander sculptures. What do we do from here? Man, we got choices with those legendary commander sculptures. We are going to have to do some amount of testing with these new commanders that are in our roster. We got to test with this guy. We got to test with this gal. We got to see what we think of how they perform. But in the meantime, how am I going to spend to get my more than gems is definitely a fair question. For those of you who are making this own choice for yourself right now, let me tell you, you have some interesting choices. So let me show you exactly how I think about more than gems here. First and foremost, if you haven't already gone into your VIP shop, I really like to purchase the 24-hour speed ups, the level 4 material choice chests, and the 8-hour speed ups. I also go in and I purchase the attack tokens if I don't have those. So I accumulated a bunch of those attack tokens, which is really great. From now, I am in an interesting predicament. There's very little for me as a mega whale to now go spend gems on. So what I'll do is I'll go in and buy some legendary commander sculptures. I need 25,000 gems of spend. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, 2, 3, and we're good to go. There we are. We max all of these goodies. Now, if you are less than crazy spend, which most people are, where would you spend them? Or if you were a lower power account, where would you go and spend these? Let me show you exactly how I would do that. If we head over to our farm account, that's right, this is a farm account. We have some good pickups that we can do here. Rip off keys. Yeah, I don't like the gold keys. Is Richard Scipio a good pair? They're okay. Will Theodora be free-to-play friendly? I think free-to-play players should focus on other commanders that are more universally good. Esong is universally good. You get him because he's good in so many places. Theodora is really a specialist commander. So where can you spend some gems? I think that if you needed to in a pinch, you could go into here. You could do like the 70% off speed ups, and like that's a pretty decent deal. However, what do I want to say about this? What I want to say is that I think for most people, there's a more common choice that you're making. Do I gem the next level of VIP or not? And if you're within 50,000 gems of striking distance, it could be a pretty reasonable assessment to make. If we look at going from level VIP 9, which gives you, let's see here, a silver key and 2 epic sculptures to VIP 10, which gives you a gold key and some legendary commander sculptures, like, yeah, you definitely want to gem that. VIP for sure, says Devil's Knights. Yep. VIP is a good way to go. If you're close to getting VIP 12, which gives you yet another legendary commander sculpture every day, yeah, this is a really good thing to gem for, because after 25 days, you will have made up the 50,000 gems of value, and that works into perpetuity, okay? So I think that's really, really solid. I'm really close to VIP 14. This might actually be worth putting some gems towards, which sounds a little weird. But for this account, I have some different projects in mind. For my farm account, I believe I still need master's blueprints to take these buildings up to level 25. Now, look, the reality is that most farms are not going to take these buildings up, you know? The reality is that most farms aren't going to do this. You shouldn't do what I'm doing here. It's crazy. But if we were to entertain the idea of crazy for just a moment, first of all, we need to open some things. The supply boxes, we open those. Okay, get some goodies. The magic boxes, 17 magic boxes. All right, well, 600 action points is nice. 139 bone necklaces we can rip open. Get some gems. I'll take gems right now. 67 Crusader supply chests. How do I still have these left behind? We rip open all of those. And, 600 gems. That's nice. 200 more gems. Cool. Okay, resources. We have 10 treasures of the Shadow Legion. Okay, windswept bracers are nice. 10 Shadow Legion material bundles. Wow. And, last but not least, 117 treasures of the warrior. We rip this sucker open. Wow. Okay, 1 golden age out of that deal. Is Esong useless now? Absolutely not. Esong is fan-freaking-tastic. Esong is fantastic. 51 green material crates. Bunch of goodies there. 153 gray material crates. Man, we could do some stuff on this account. Now, as I was saying, where are those master's blueprints? Do I not have any? I guess the place I could go to show you those is actually in the shop. I go to other, master's blueprints, I own 0. For me, this feels like a pretty cool pickup because I'm going to want to build some of this stuff anyways. I don't know when, probably not right now, but at some point in the future, I probably will. And when I do, I'm going to want to have those. And I may as well buy them now when I get some extra goodies for doing that. Now, if I'm doing this really well as a lower spender of gems, the tier of gems you want to get to is 7,000. That's the amount of gems that you want to spend. Lol, I opened 3 of those and got 4 golden age? That can't be possible. That can't be possible. I expertised him yesterday. Yeah, Esong was a great expertise. It's still extremely good. Extremely good. Especially because Theodora's area of effect is so small. And we did compare size here. Yeah. Getting a look here. 25,000 gems. You can get another 8 legendary heads. I think 7,000 gems is a good tier here. So I'm going to go and spend those gems. We're going to rock out at least 4 of the blueprints. So we go over here. We go to other. And we say 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that is going to lock in those legendary commander sculptures, which, like, maybe I shouldn't even be spending at all on this account. I'll be honest, right? Like, this is a farm. What am I doing? I don't know. Sometimes I train troops for a long period of time, so taking up those buildings seems more reasonable to me. That does feel more reasonable to me. But let me show you another account here. Where we have a slightly different choice to make. And isn't it crazy that we have so many accounts? This is a little ridiculous. Here is my restart project, okay? And the power on my restart project looks remarkably similar to the power on my farm. Granted, the restart project is a much, much, much younger account. So here we go. We'll just train these troops up. We are VIP 12, which is a good level of VIP to be. We're not really close enough to the next VIP level to justify gemming it. I don't think so anyways. So where would we spend here? This account desperately needs to work on the castle. I mean, desperately needs to work on the castle. To upgrade this building, we are going to need so many Books of the Covenant. It is just ridiculous. So I am tempted to spend, if you can believe it, 25,000 gems. It's crazy, but I'm tempted to spend 25,000 gems on Books of the Covenant. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? This is an account I want to get to T5. The only way I'm going to do it is by spending on more than gems. By the way, public service announcement. Oh, wait, here it is. Daily gathering. I normally am not the kind of person who gathers wood, but I do it during this event because it's kind of like gathering an hour of speed ups is the way I think about it. So I gather wood anyways, even though I don't need it. What do you think? Do I go for all Books of the Covenant? Should I do it? Yes. Books, yes. Not crazy. Not crazy. I don't feel crazy. I feel like I should maybe feel a little crazy. Is there anything in here I would spend gems on first? Not really. Maybe the material crates. Maybe. But the thing is, like, if you don't normally spend gems in here, I don't know why you would for this event either. And a big mistake that I think some number of people make is they think, oh, you know, I'll just spend gems in the courier station tomorrow morning or whatever. And they spend all the way up they get almost to the point where they unlock that 25,000 gem tier and they don't do it. And then they forget about it and they don't get any reward at all. So I am not going to make that mistake. I am going to purchase right now in the shop. I'm not even, by the way, getting the stuff in here. Like, as much as I want 8-hour speed ups, those are nice. I want speed ups. I'm never going to get to T5 unless I get those dang Books of the Covenant. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to the Books of the Covenant. I'm going to tap this. I'm going to go 2,500. Oh my gosh. Hit enter. 25,000 gems, baby. 25,000. Spend it on silver keys. Oh my gosh. Wow, a full city keeper. So rare. Such wow. If your kingdom is in KVK, can you leave for another kingdom? You could always leave a kingdom, but you can't necessarily join. You cannot necessarily join. When is the next Card King in 1075? I don't know when our next Card King is. Here we go. 25,000 gems. We just did it. We bit the bullet. And we get all the goodies. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boomity, boom, boom. There we go. And out of that deal, there's some cool stuff that we can do. There's definitely some cool stuff that we can do with that. One thing I want to emphasize, if you've got an early account, is that, you know, look, I think Esong is still the jam to go in expertise. You should totally expertise this guy. Very important. After you've done that, I really like the idea of doing Constantine or Alexander the Great. These days, I'm leaning more to Alexander the Great than I was to Constantine, but I do still feel Constantine's extremely good and game-changing in a game mode like Canyon. My next commander I'm going to work on is right over here. Right over here, and I'm probably going to do 5-5-1-1 and just start using him. 5-5-1-1 is going to be good enough. And then maybe I'll put more skills on him. Maybe I won't. That's something I'll probably do in a video very soon. That is something I will probably do. But not yet. Not yet. So that's how we go and we spend our gems. And you know what is remarkable on an account like this? I'll tell you. This is an account I barely pay attention to. And I spend, but I barely spend on it. And I feel like we're doing pretty well in a lot of areas of the game. And one example of that is in Canyon. Right now I'm 41st. When I've been playing this game mode, I'm in 41st. I have not I don't think even a single time set the offense. I have not customized it for what I'm battling. I just hit challenge and then go. But if we're doing this together, and I answer your questions for a little while, it's just misunderstood, says somebody. Thanks, just do it. What does Books of the Covenant have to do with T5? You need them to level up your castle. And in order to... Let me show you. No, this is a good question. Why am I obsessed with Books of the Covenant? Very fair question. To upgrade... Let's see here. Can we look at the Academy? Can we start with the Academy? Where did I even put that thing? Right in front of my face. Here it is. To upgrade the Academy... Oh, and I'm researching something, so I can't do it. Fine, let's go to the Storehouse. Or even, yeah, Storehouse. Storehouse is a better example. We'll go to the Storehouse. To upgrade the Storehouse, I have to do the Hospital. Well, to do the Hospital, I have to do the Castle. There's the Castle. And I'm pretty sure to upgrade my Watchtower, I've got to do the storehouse and the wall. So, I mean, like, the whole operation here is gummed up right now based on the stinking castle, you know? Lucho, thank you for saying drop a like. If you're enjoying this live stream, do consider dropping a like onto the stream and subscribing for daily Rise of Kingdoms videos. We had a spot of drama at the start of this video that I was not expecting. I was not at all expecting, which was pretty wacky. And then we showed off Theodora. You never know what's going to happen in a Chisgule live stream. You never know what's going to happen. Speaking of not knowing what's going to happen, who knows how many legendary commander sculptures I'm going to get off these 17 gold keys. Drop that into the chat. We're going to answer a few more of your questions, then rip this open. Does that mean I could do the Past Glory event, get a ton of goodies, and then I could leave for another kingdom to get more goodies? Yes, you could. You most certainly can do that. There are people that migrate around a whole heck of a lot, and if you care less about building and joining and being a part of a long-lasting community, more about the in-action, or I guess in-game action, like, and that's totally reasonable. You can totally do that. You can 100% do that. Do you know when the Dragon Boat Festival will start? I don't. Maybe in the next week and a half will be my guess. Maybe a week and a half. Maybe Tuesday. Tuesday's a good day for that. I bet Tuesday seems reasonable. 17, 6, 5, 15, 16, 5, 3. Thank you, Chis. I love your videos. Keep it up. Thank you, Dr. Husky. Much appreciated. Here we go. 17 gold keys. What do we got? Who said 12 sculptures? I see 15, 8, 7, 12. Jad, nailed it. 100% nailed it. Puddin' ROK, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being a long-time member, my friend. Much appreciated. So we did get a full Caesar, which is a pretty legit pickup. That's a pretty legit pickup. If I go into my commanders over here, no upgrades available to that. Ooh. Ooh. Do I upgrade Minamoto? Ooh, choices. Choices. My Mina is 5512. Do I upgrade my Minamoto? I think I do, right? Like, I gotta keep starring him up. But that's a boatload of stars. That's a boatload of stars. I basically have to choose between Alex and Mina. And, like, obviously the Alex is the better commander. I guess I don't have the experience for Alex anyways. Is there a way to get master blueprints without gems? I am not aware of a way to get master blueprints without gems. I am not aware of a way to do that. Here we go. Let's star this guy up. Let's do this thing. New member, Boy from the Dreams. Thank you for continuing your membership. I see you've got the yellow badge. Longtime member over here. Thank you for being a longtime member. Let's get those hype emojis. Thanking our friend Boy from the Dreams for being an ongoing member of the channel. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Hey, Chis, how was KVK against Kingdom 501? Were we battling against 501? I don't even know what happened in this account. I was so busy with my main account, I did not even see what happened in this kingdom. It was crazy. It was totally crazy. Yeah. Bro, just spam clicking. You know, I wonder if that really works. Like, it looks like it works, and sometimes it says it crits twice when it doesn't. I don't know. We're just going to do it this way. I do 2 at a time. It's like a mini spam click. Devil's Knights rocking the hype emoji, as does Foxman. Very nice. 5552 Charles and 5531 Constantine. Should I expertise Charles first? Now that is a really interesting question. It depends if you have an urgent need to have your Charles expertised. The thing about Constantine is that if you expertise him, you never have to worry about getting accidental extra Constantine sculptures, but you do have to worry about getting accidental extra Charles Martel sculptures. You get those from gold keys. So unless you have an urgent need for an expertise Charles Martel, and you might, then I would focus on the Constantine. It might take a little bit longer. What would you use Julius Caesar for? If you were swarming a city I think that would be a reasonable choice. If you were swarming a city, I think that would be a reasonable choice. Chisgule is spamming stars again. Indeed, we're spamming stars. It's a slow and steady process, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Is spending gems in Lucerne Scrolls worth it? It depends. It depends on how close you are to getting the next level of Lucerne Scrolls. It's not worth gemming if you were going to get to the max level anyway at the end of the month. But it is worth gemming if you were not going to get to the max level at the end of the month. And maybe that's where I should have spent some gems, quite frankly. That would have been a really exceptional place to spend some gems during this, what's it called? More Than Gems event. That would have been a really good call. Chat with the clutch recommendation there. Clutch recommendation. Who's a good pair with double C? Man, you've got so many good pairs. Takeda's good. Minamoto's good. Khan is really good as a primary. Who else is good? You could use Belisarius or Baibars at the epic tier. You got choices. You've got definite choices. All I've been dealing with is drama the last few days. Gonna be interesting. Your thoughts in your video coming out tomorrow. You know, who was it that said the only taste of success some people will get will be by taking a bite out of yours? Who said that? Somebody said that. That's a thing. I swear I'm not making it up. You know, it's a mobile game. People are going to do what they want to do. Other people are going to try to create a nice environment, and things may not be perfect, but they strive to make things better. And rather than be constructive, some people will be destructive. And this is like kind of the reality of the world and humans. The world and humans. Going for first place in which Mighty Governor, Saladin or Constantine? Both are great commanders. I still use both. I think Constantine has a more long-lasting role than Saladin does. And you definitely can do some really good stuff with Saladin, but I think there's a more long-lasting role. I need to go into the skill tree. This build is definitely oriented toward barbing. Man, can I even afford that last point of march speed? I think I can. We have 3, yeah. Yeah, I could do 1 over here. This is fine, right? And then we go over here. We get all of those. And then we can go over here. We get this and this. And we'll have 1, 2, 3. Oh, we didn't have enough points. I'm going to reset this build anyways. This is a really weird build. Once I get to max level, I'm going to switch to something that is not this weird thing that I have. Don't try this build at home. This is not a build. Don't do this. Don't even do this. That's not a thing. Hello from Morocco. Hello to you in Morocco. Let's clean all this up here. Let's clean up all this up. How many of you in the chat, out of curiosity, only message once, otherwise a moderator is going to block you? Temporarily. They'll put you in timeout. How many of you have drama in your kingdom right now? Let me know in the chat. I want to know. How many of you have had drama in your kingdom? Recently. Recent drama in your kingdom. Drop it in the chat. I want to see how many kingdoms out there have drama. You could even drop the kingdom number. What's the kingdom number? Where's the drama at? How many of you have drama in your kingdoms? I would like to know. We're taking a very informal poll. The most informal poll ever done. We're doing a census. What do we got? Hello from Lebanon. Hello to you in Lebanon. Me, a lot of recent drama, big drama. Me, yep, me. Oh my God, 1799. Me. I'm in your kingdom. Oh, so yep, there's definitely drama right now. I don't. Okay, nice. Me, no comment. Who doesn't? 1214. Kingdoms fight all the time. Today, me. I mean, kinda me. Today, me too. Yes, mostly behind the scenes. Not in the kingdom that I know of, but there is in some other one. Wow. Yeah, I'm in yours. Ooh, lots of people in my kingdom. Represent. All top players left, savage. Civil War, 1823, no drama. 3 people with no drama, and how many was that with drama? 1842, drama. 1027, 1832, 1700, 1380. Nope. Okay, 4 people, no drama. Oh, another person from 75. Very good. Represent. 75 represent. I even use passports and a frowny face, I know. Gotta love a civil war during KVK. Oh my god. Dude like everyone. And that is the point. Dude like everyone. Dude like everyone. You know, drama. What do I want to say about this? I'm thinking about my words. Drama about to kill feeding by whales to snipe mighty governor commanders that they already expertised. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Who doesn't have drama? Drama, lost of unnecessary. Yeah, no drama. Some no dramas. We got some no dramas representing in the house. We got some no dramas representing in the house. 75 representing in the house. So, you know, look. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. People have choices to make. People have choices to make all the time. And I think in my perfect world, even if people disagree with the things happening around them, if they feel no agency and they cannot influence positive change in their kingdom, they think there's just no way to do it, then migrate out. Leave, right? Like, I think that's a fine choice. If you feel like you sincerely cannot improve things and that you're not happy with how things are, leaving is okay. And you'll be missed. However, you'll be happier. And the thing to not do, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, you know, is to make other people upset and to create a ruckus and to basically harm the experience of other players, you know? I think it's the harming the experience of other players who may not have done anything to you that I find particularly objectionable. And even if they've done something to you, like, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If you're quitting a job, not that this is a job, but let's say you're quitting a job, is it okay to destroy company property on your way out? Would that be okay? Would it be okay to destroy company property? I don't think so. In fact, can't you go to jail for that? I don't know how that works. You can get arrested, I'm pretty sure. Depends on what you destroy, I suppose, right? Like, and yet in a mobile game, suddenly something you would never do in real life is 100% okay to do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What's another good metaphor? Right? Like, you're quitting a job, would you destroy property? If you were quitting a job and you were in sales, would it be appropriate to call up all of your sales contacts and try to get them to come with you to some competitor company? Would that be appropriate? I mean, it's just comparing, right? It's not. This is a mobile game. It's a mobile game. I get it. It's a mobile game. It's a game. I get it. It's a game. But like, worst metaphor ever? All right. I'll stop. What's a better metaphor? You help me out then, chat. What's the better metaphor? Riots, though? Rioting. Well, there's a lot of rioting going on right now, and that's a topic I don't want to get into politics because I got strong feelings, and we're trying to play a mobile game right now. But yeah, I got strong feelings there. I definitely have strong feelings there. What's a good metaphor? I disagree it's a war game. Just don't be toxic and insulting or offensive, and don't make it personal. It's a fair response. That's a fair response. Don't make it personal. This is what happens when there's no repercussions. You're not wrong, chat. You're not wrong. We're just having a dialogue here. You're not wrong. What are the repercussions if you're mean to somebody on the internet? People do things all the time on the internet that they wouldn't do to someone in real life. Right? Like, in fairness, the only person who I think would say the exact same things they would say to someone in real life in a mobile game is probably King Talib. He would probably say to you in person the same thing he would say in a mobile game, in fairness. But most other people feel very emboldened by the fact that they're playing a mobile game, you know? People look at this game as a way of life, and they take it very personally. People spend a lot of time in-game and money. That's exactly right. They do invest a lot of their time and attention, and some players' money. And so, I don't know. Let's set aside all those metaphors that I was providing where, like, destroying company property on its way out, which maybe doesn't make a lot of sense, or stealing sales contacts, or ruining sales contacts, or, like things you wouldn't do, like souring other people on the organization that you were just spending time with. Let's say we set all that aside, right? And I think we should. We set all that aside. Is it good ethos to leave something worse than how you found it? Is that good ethos? I'm not saying I've always been perfect at this. Assuredly, I have not, right? Assuredly, I have not. Left every single situation I've been in better than how I found it. But, like when you trashing someone's car on the way out, that's an interesting metaphor. Yeah, so if you get fired from a job or you quit a job, would you go and trash random cars in the parking lot? You quit a job. Would you go trash random cars in the parking lot because you quit the job? Right? Like, is that maybe closer or more on the nose for like what it's like to zero other people's cities who had nothing to do with you and your own disagreements? Is that the better metaphor? It's like you quit your job and then you vandalize random cars of people who you've never interacted with before on your way out. Is that the better metaphor? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. People lack good morals, especially online. It's a very interesting world that we live in. It's a very interesting world that we live in. I do not think this has anything to do with gender. Nothing to do with gender. Just responding to what someone said in chat there. I think it's like people make choices. And like, I think, thank you for having me. I'm going to a different kingdom. And like, treat people with respect. Treat people with respect. Even if you feel like you haven't been treated with respect. Like, I don't know. Like, isn't the whole, like, don't stoop to somebody's level thing? Isn't that like a thing? But okay. Okay. And like I said, like, I'm not perfect. I apologize for things I've said. And if I haven't, I'm apologizing right now. I'm sorry. No harm ever intended. We're all just playing a mobile game. We all get worked up. I get it. I'm not perfect. I am not going to claim to be perfect. All right. Somebody made it in the live stream by sending me a mail because for some reason all my other mail is gone. What happened to all my other mail? Whatever. I like this comment. Investing money doesn't give you the right to be shitty to other people. Oh, it disappeared. Well, I liked that comment. This game... Oh, holy moly, chat is blowing up. You have a lot of feelings on this. This game brings together a bunch of different personalities, and there is bound to be frustration. Yeah, I mean, or just leave quietly. People who did respect you may follow you and make more gains in the long run. Um, I have personally served as a reference for a couple players, and ultimately, more than one of those players, after I provided a reference, decided to stay. Um, that's not that uncommon. That's not that uncommon. And like, look, unlike other kingdoms, we have an extremely detailed record of exactly who did what in each KVK. We track kills, we track deaths, we track resource assistance. So I can say, like, here is exactly what the contributions of this player were in our KVK, and like, here's how they conduct themselves, and here were my interactions with them, and like, if anyone from this kingdom is, migrating to yours, I am happy to serve as a reference. Happy to. Happy to. Dr. Weiner, PhD, £2 super chat. Give us a cheeky smile, Chisgule. Hopefully that was cheeky enough for you. Thanks for the super chat. Much appreciated. Let's go anchor some stuff. I really feel like anchoring some stuff. Anchors away. Let's go anchor some stuff. Here we go. Couple barbers. Let's go anchor things. I'm feeling the anchoring right now. Unless is there some other event I'm supposed to do? I don't think so. We'll go this way. Why are all the barbs over here? We have more than gems. We did it. Mightiest Governor just wrapped up. Training day is a thing. Training day is a thing. Ooh, we should get a buff going for that. Probably pretty soon. Am I going to train for this? How much training? 8,100 minutes of speed ups. Somebody help me out in chat. How many days of speed ups do I need to use for that? How many days of speed ups do I have to use for that? I have 100,000 VIP till VIP 15. Okay, well, we're on our way. Many rock players fight over something that neither aliens nor angels would give a damn if they stumbled upon it. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Why do we get so emotional about things? Why do we get so attached to stuff that, like, does it matter? Does it matter? I don't know. I don't know. We place so much value on stuff. Says, oh my God. What am I even talking about? Am I talking about worshiping false idols? Did we just go there? I don't know. I really enjoy playing mobile games. I generally find it relaxing, which I guess is why I'm talking about this topic of, like, who in their kingdom has someone toxic, because it's so much more relaxing when there aren't toxic people. So let me ask this question to you, chat. 135. Oh, 5.5 days? Oh, hell yeah. I'm definitely going to train some troops. I'm definitely going to train troops. Not even a question. Not even a question. I'm training troops. Just enough to get the bottom tier rewards here. 10 gold stars? Hell yeah. I'll get my gold stars, my 6 hours of speed ups, no question. Worth it. Devil's Knights. I continue to watch your content because you have a huge influence in this community. You can only impact so much, but providing guidance and making content will help build a stronger, better community, and I thank you. Thank you, Devil's Knights, for your $20 super chat. It is much appreciated. I should mention, by the way, in my head, I haven't made this transition yet, but I should have already, that Devil's Knights also has a YouTube channel, and she also is creating Rise of Kingdoms videos. You should go check that out when you get a chance. She's got some cool stuff. And I love supporting A, content creators that are making stuff for Rise of Kingdoms, and B, all the different perspectives on the stuff that is coming into the game and the different aspects of the game. I know the last video I saw of yours was actually when you were in like a 1 or 2 million power account, like a brand new kingdom it looked like, rally and stuff, which was pretty cool. So anyways, check out Devil's Knights channel if you haven't recently. Okay, so what do we need to do here? And there's literally, I don't know if you've noticed, There is literally a fly in the room, and it's driving me insane. Like, if you want to see Chisgule go insane and be distracted, there is a fly in the room right now, and it's driving me nuts. Okay. I had to get that off my chest because I feel like I'm looking erratically, like all over the place. Let's go anchor something. I really need to go anchor something. It feels very cathartic to go anchor something. So, chat, I want to get to this question. I want to get to this question that I've been meaning to get to, which is this. What solutions would you propose? What solutions would you propose to solve the matter of someone being toxic? What is an appropriate solution? I'm not talking about a player-led initiative. I'm interested in player initiatives. I'm talking about what would be a measure that you would like to see baked into the game, a feature of the game that would help kingdoms deal with toxic players. Because so many kingdoms have the challenge of feeling like someone there was toxic. What do you think would be an appropriate solve in-game? What would it be? What would you do? Isolation? Zero them? I'll tell you something about zeroing people. If someone is paying attention, you're going to have a really hard time zeroing them. I'm just going to throw it out there. If someone just one punch the fly, you want me to punch the fly? Zero button? What do you do? Diplomacy tactics? Can't solve it, man. Human beings love chaos too much. Theodora's skill animation is stoned. I tried it myself. Petition to make it more dope. Teleport cooldowns so that we can zero them. Teleport cooldown. Okay. Interesting idea. Teleport cooldown. That's on to something. A warning, then a temporary kick from the Alliance, then a kick from the Kingdom. Man, that's that's tough. That's tough. Because when we say, pardon me, toxic, I'm not talking about just playing the game. I mean, if you're just like playing the game, you know, like you may not agree with what the kingdom is doing, but you can do whatever you want as a game. You know, you can do whatever you want. But what recourse should the kingdom have, if any? What's the best civilization to use? A bounty system. Don't know how that would work. King can ban from kingdom chat. That's a cool idea. Inability to deploy troops. Oh, that's pretty savage. Disable passports? Man, I'd gift them passports. I don't know about disabling passports. If someone wants to leave our kingdom, I will happily put passports in the chat. Here you go. Here you are. Thank you for your contributions. Let me know if I can be a reference. So I don't think I want to remove passports. Being able to make the rules in-game. Ooh. The king sets the rules for the Mightiest Governor event? I don't know if they could do that. That's like, you know, like what would be realistic? I don't think those things can be used in a negative way. Yeah. Minus 20% to all stats? That's pretty savage. I have a fly swarm attacking my garrison, someone says. Hilarious. My camera's out of focus. Is it really? Of course it is. We can fix that. If it is out of focus, then this should fix it. That should fix it. Go rogue, you get banned from all alliances, you get zeroed eventually. You know, I'm telling you, if people don't want to get zeroed, they're not going to get zeroed. If you really are worried about it, reason with them. Now, I love that idea of being able to reason with some folks. My experience has been that some folks are beyond reason. What's the best commander to use? Let's just go with Esong. With the same cooldown and Imperium Kingdoms inviting, have the true exile option. You know, what if we convert it? I mean, you can't really exile a player. I feel like that's not a thing. You know, I feel like player exile, I feel like that's not a thing. Because, like, you can't, like, can you really, 10% training, holy jeez. Holy jeez. All the way over there? I gotta switch alliances for that? Nah, I'll just train tomorrow. Did I unlock Theos? We did. We did. We'll show her skills in just a moment. Winksy Rock, hey, good to see you again. $2 super chat. Who's the best late game civilization for an archer main? Good news is that there's a straightforward answer there. Best archer civilization for a late game main is going to be the Ottoman Empire. You get the march speed. You get the 5% skill damage, which is massive if you're using skill damage commanders. And like, yeah, that's what archers do. The Janissary is a great unit, and health is phenomenal. So I like that choice. You could go Britain for the troop training speed, archer attack, and longbowmen. And I think this is also an extremely reasonable choice for an archer main that wants the troop type, wants the archer attack, and feels like they need training. Otherwise, I think you're better off with Germany, even though you got the wrong stats and the wrong unit type. Because I like the 10% AP recovery. I think that's pretty legit. Speaking of which, let's get my AP recovery going again. Boom. There we go. There we go. Get these guys going. Boom. What would you say is a good amount of gems to be saved up for the wheel event? New player in a kingdom hoping to roll down Richard. My recommendation to you, Justin, will be to go for Esong, but you definitely want to have enough gems to hit the 10 spot for the rewards, maybe the 25. And if you're not a big spender, I would definitely unlock Richard so you have him in your roster, but then I would probably be focused more on your Esong for sure with those universals. Realistically, ban them from the chats if they're being toxic and insulting and offensive. You can burn cities for fun if you want. That's your style of gameplay. I mean, it is a style of gameplay, right? That is 100% true. 100% true. I will start Bay things on game. What advice do you have for a new account? So my advice for a new account, I cover really in depth in my Ultimate Guides playlist. Link is in the description. Check out my Ultimate Starter Guide. That is going to give you literally everything you want. It's like a class on how to start in Rise of Kingdoms and be crazy effective. And the video has timestamps so you can jump to wherever the heck you want. Baron AJ, what's going on? Good to see ya. Ban them from participating in all alliance activities for a chosen period of time. What's the best infantry civilization? Your best bet for an infantry civilization is going to be Rome. Rome is going to be a really solid choice for the march speed, infantry defense, and the legionary special unit. Beyond that, I don't really like France very much. Some people like this for the hospital healing, but I'm not all that impressed with France, quite frankly. Is there some other civilization that I don't feel remiss about not mentioning Japan? Japan is fine, but not stupendous, quite frankly. I mean, the gathering speed is good, but you're probably not even going to notice it all that much. The universal troop attack is very good. Sammys are a pretty cool special unit, but system-wise, an in-game abuse report would be interesting. Okay. Winksy Rock, good to see you. Thanks for answering. Y'all subscribe. Nice. Thanks again for your support and for the $2 super chat. Winksy Rock, much appreciated. Whew. So here we are, sending those troops home. Let's get a look here at those skills again. Those skills again on Theodora. I think it looks kind of cool, but let's do this. We'll put my actual Garrison commander on the wall. Right now, that is Charles Martel. And we'll put the secondary, and that is going to be Theodora. Where's she at? Boom. And, yeah, whatever, bro. All infantry. What the heck? Let's have a party. I always play Rome. I just love Legionnaires. Very legit. Very legit. There should be an island or place for banished people to get teleported to and get restricted movement and resources for a couple of months or days. Whew. If the king can ban people from the kingdom, chat will be much more of a dictatorship. Yeah, see, what about the situation where you have an evil dictator who's taken over? What about that? Just because you're king doesn't mean you're right. Just because you're king doesn't mean you're right. They should make it so cities can't be hit when on alliance territory in a home kingdom. Now that is an interesting idea. When you're in a home kingdom, that is a really interesting idea. That is a really interesting idea. You can't hit a city if it's on its home territory. What do you think? What do you think, actually, chat? Should you be able to hit a city on its home territory in your own kingdom? Chisgule, can you tell the devs that Lohar's taste my spear, text, and voice don't match? Good to know. P.S. You're seeing Theodora's AoE right now. That is Theodora on the wall. Does technology count in Sunset Canyon? I don't think so. No hitting on Alliance land. I mean, it's interesting. In all places where you would think that wouldn't apply would be KVK, right? You think in KVK you could hit anybody. But in home kingdoms, you'd be protected. But it's the opposite way around. It's the opposite way around. That would be great, IMO. Attacking on Alliance territory invites civil war. I mean, like, let's say that you could only hit people that were off Alliance territory. That would mean that new players and players that don't know what they're doing and players that would be innocent would be safe. That seems pretty good to me, doesn't it? What's the downside of that? What would the actual downside of that be? If you wanted to kill somebody's city, you'd have to build territory over to them and then attack them, right? I don't know. That actually sounds not bad to me. I like that suggestion a lot. Just how much power should I have for KVK Season 1? Man, it depends a lot on how much you play and how much you spend. I think I went into KVK Season 1 at like 20-ish million power. There isn't a downside. I don't see much of a downside. I feel like that solves almost all of the problems. Almost instantly. Which is that, like, innocent players that are more casual, players that are minding their own business can't get zeroed unless somebody builds a flag, burns the one they're under, and then hits them, right? I mean, that's reasonable. I feel like that's actually a pretty legit idea. I feel like that's a pretty legit idea. You'd have to politic to get them kicked out of the alliance, right? Like, but the reason I like this idea so much is that it doesn't constrain bad actors in any way at all. They are not constrained at all. They can still do whatever they want. They just can't hit cities, which, you know, causes a lot of distress to some innocent folks. I like it. Then you have to deal with the whole alliance, which, like, isn't that the point of alliances anyways? Today, an alliance can't really protect you at all. But with what we've just described, an alliance can protect you. The territory actually matters. I don't know. I like the idea a lot. I like the idea a lot. I like that idea a heck of a lot. I don't know. Chat, let's take a vote. Let's take a vote. If you like the idea of home kingdoms being 100% unattackable, unralliable if you are on your alliance's territory, put a 1 into chat. 1 means yes, you cannot be attacked on your alliance's territory. If you don't like that idea, put a 2. All right? How many, if you like the idea of in your home kingdom, you cannot be attacked, your city cannot be attacked, that is, if you're on your alliance territory, 1 in the chat. 2, if you don't like that idea. I'm just curious. I can't make Lilith do anything, just to be clear. Just to be like 100% clear. We're just brainstorming. I'm just, for the folks that are in chat saying stuff, seeing what you think. I'm just curious. And please only reply once, or the moderators will put you in timeout. P.S. What you're watching on the screen. Wow. Unanimously 1s. Okay, A2. We have 1, 2, and everybody else is a 1. 2 2s. Crazy. Wow. Everybody says 1. 3 2s. 4 2s. 5 2s. 6 2s. 7 2s. Okay, some 2s. Some people feeling like, nah, that wouldn't be so cool. Okay. Okay, interesting. 3. We got a 3. Can't decide, I'll assume. Brendan, good to see you in the chat. Very interesting. Chat is mixed. It will ruin the early game if it stops attacking in alliance territory. So, that's an interesting idea. Is it healthy for the early game for a new player to this game who has no clue what they're doing to be attackable? Is that good for the game? Do you think that's good for the game? I don't know. Can be abused. Hit and run to safety. Will encourage people to teleport to territory. Horrible idea. After season 1, that's an interesting idea. That's an interesting idea. So up until the first season of KVK, it will break every kill event. It will definitely change the nature of kill events. Huh. Holy moly. Interesting. 3, I'd like an option to bypass that. Something like a war declaration. War declaration. Interesting idea. Only after season 1. It should be interesting. Super chat from TJ Milton. $2 Australian. Make it after KVK 1 so the early game stays the same. Okay, interesting. So people like the early game exactly how it is. Full danger zone. Full crazy danger zone. But after season 1 of KVK, when the whole point of a kingdom is to band together, no more city zeroing. Ha! That means we can't hit the bots, though. Those freaking bots. You can hit the bots, but you can't. You just have to destroy the territory they're under, and then you can hit the bots. And if they're botting, they're not going to notice, right? They're not going to notice. It's definitely helpful for KVK growth, but could be easily abused. Could be. Bots have lots of resources. You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. Is it good for the game? Why? Because it will help them learn. I think the first KVK should be a cutoff for your rule. As a new player, I actually learned a lot due to the fact that I was burned pretty fast. It's definitely better earlier than later that you get burned. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a good thing to, like, learn really early what your city can and can't do. Whew, that early game experience. Seems like too much work for some resources. Yeah, I mean, it is a fair amount of work. Interesting. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Red Underwear. I'm doing all right. We unlocked Theodora. What's not to be excited about? We were just showcasing her animation. For those of you that were just joining to check it out, the Theodora animation is pretty freaking legit. I'm really happy with having unlocked her, but I would like the animation actually to be a little cooler. Like the raining down the rocks is like it's fine. I don't know. I guess we could do a little better with that. Let's go Chissy Chiss. Thanks, Ben. There should be a Norse Viking commander. Instead of zeroing the offender, people would zero alliances or severely name them, causing more people to get caught in the crossfire because of housing the offender. Could be. Could be. Could be. I would argue that, I mean, like, you can't have more people potentially in the crossfire than you have today, where the volume of people in the crossfire is literally everyone in the kingdom, right? Perseus. Perseus. I got there. I was reading it, and then I started pronouncing it, and I was like, oh, that's Perseus. Perseus, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Your name's now in green. I'm much more likely to see your chats. You get the badge showcasing how long you've been a member, and you get all the custom channel emojis. Let's get those hype emojis welcoming Perseus as a member of the channel. And if you are enjoying this live stream, consider dropping a like onto the stream and subscribing for daily Rise of Kingdoms videos and world premieres. We unlocked Theodora today. This is literally the absolute first moment that anyone could have unlocked Theodora. We showcased what her skill looks like, which is pretty cool. And we're going to go back to the resource pit. Congrats on unlocking Theo, bro. Thank you very much, The Red Underwear, for the $7 Canadian super chat. Much appreciated. I mean, there are some insights here that I think are really interesting with the area of effect of Theodora. It is not an impressive area of effect. It is not as big as Esong's, which is significant. I still think you're going to use her for AoE. I still think you're going to get a lot of value out of that. And I still think she's an amazing commander. You're just not going to get as many people dying accidentally, even though they weren't all that close to where the action is, you know? So I don't think it's the worst. I don't think it's the worst. Do you know about the Kingdom Buff bot, and do you consider using it? I am not familiar really with a Kingdom Buff bot. No, I have heard of such a thing, but that sounds like a really good way to get banned and your kingdom punished. It will make people bored if you couldn't attack cities in the early game. Fair enough. Fair enough. Can I become a member from my iPhone? Steven, I assume that you can. Is it possible to see the animation of Theo again? Absolutely. We can do that, and you can compare it to Esong, which I think is pretty interesting. Here we go. Boom. We will use Esong, and we will use Theo down here. We'll bring some archers because lol and start. The Theo animation on its way. Theodora skill should be raining fruits. Why would it rain fruit? Criteria for recruitment to 75 should have been much stricter. The troublemakers didn't start there, but joined you. You know, it's really tough to bring people into a kingdom and know how they're going to behave. Although some people, it wouldn't have taken much digging to learn how much trouble they might cause. There are a few players. In fact, I would say the biggest offenders right now, it would have been predictable. So I guess there is some amount of knowing you can do with some amount of digging. It will make new people bored if you can't... Oh, I had mentioned that already. Chisgule is the legend on the battlefield, a worth it bundle. Legend on the battlefield. That's not writer of history. What's in the legend of the battlefield? Do I know this bundle? I feel like I should know this bundle. Can you do it against a barb? You can't really appreciate the animation in Expedition. Well, the thing about the animation in Expedition is you can see how much smaller it is. You see that green circle? You see that green circle? There's the Esong, and then there's the Theodora. It's much smaller. I mean, like, the surface area covered is less than 50%, I would argue. She is dropping stones down from the sky. That is, in fact, what is happening right now. Yep. Yep. Do you know what day Esong becomes available in Card King. If you go to my Discord, linked in the description, go to the Commanders channel. There is a chart put together by Stormy from Kingdom 1206, I believe, that has exactly when that becomes available. Also, I have that chart in my Ultimate Commander Guide. The Ultimate playlist linked in the description of this video has that video and more. Hopefully that helps you out. Chisgule, reputation, like plus or minus on the profile of what people in the kingdom thought of them. Wow, a reputation score. That's really interesting. What a crazy idea. Can I talk about that for a minute? I watched a TV show that showed a dystopian world where every single person had a rating, and you could plus or minus other people, and other people could do that without even having really met you. So they could like find out about you. It's basically like if Reddit was real life, you know? And like you could get a plus or a minus. And so certain establishments wouldn't seat you if you had too many minuses or your score wasn't high enough, you know? I mean, it's a really crazy idea. It's a really crazy idea. I also read a book that talked about like, gosh, like what if everybody had, you know, you had like goggles that you could see. You could see like, you know, a representation in front of somebody's face, right? It's projecting onto the glasses that like this person is rated 3.5 stars and this person's rated 4.5 stars, right? Like people are rated. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It's a very interesting idea. It's a very interesting idea. I sent you an in-game. Did my question make sense? I sent you an in-game. Did my question make sense? Follow up with me, and I'll have to check it out after the stream. Was the show called Black Mirror? Maybe. I don't remember. I don't think so, but maybe. Maybe. It was crazy. It was totally crazy. All right. Do you have a series for all Commander talent trees? I do. Che, check out my Commander playlist. We do have a video for every Epic Commander's talents and every Legendary Commander's talents. We also have guides for literally every single Commander in Rise of Kingdoms. Perseus. I think that with the reputation, it would be falsified. It takes one misinterpretation to domino your rating. Yeah, could get really out of hand. Create a Shiner... Oh, a Sinner title. Oh, interesting. A Sinner title that only the king can assign, and it changes all wounded troops to dead troops. Too savage. Too savage. Too savage. Oh my gosh. Whew. Whew. Carol Baskin. Every time I hear the word savage, I think of that. Every time I hear the word savage, the Carol Baskin song starts playing in my head. That's quite an idea, but then how exactly do you go rectify the rating that you got out of spite? I know, right? Like you get a negative rating, like somebody, you know, is just angry that day. Ridiculous. We can claim all these goodies. Should be new titles like Council where multiple leaders and officers can vote to do something, kicking someone out of the kingdom or just not allowing them to hit cities. That's an interesting idea. Okay, what about this, chat? What if there was a debuff that the king could give that made it so that a certain player could not attack cities that are on alliance territory? What about that? A negative title that makes it so that you cannot hit cities on alliance territory. I actually like that a lot. That's a really interesting idea. That's a really interesting idea. Because then, like, you still can go to war. You still can do most of what you need to do. Even if you're toxic, like, you can still do a lot of stuff, you know? I kind of like that. Can I donate to something now? Gold donation? I think I'll pass. There should be an official titled Kingdom Council. 11111. What purpose would that serve? The purpose that would serve is stopping someone who is really toxic from continuing to be toxic. Right? So if we go into titles, if it's just one bad actor, you know, If there's just one bad actor, you could do something about it. Because right now, there's traitor, beggar, exile, slave, sluggard, and fool. One is reducing attack and defense. One is reducing production. One is just reducing defense, but by a lot. One is reducing health by a lot. One is march speed and training speed. And the other is building speed and research speed. But what if one was cannot hit cities that are on Alliance territory? That's way less restrictive than changing the way the whole kingdom works, right? How about a negative title to restrict the player? Oh, yeah, okay. Hitting any troops in the home kingdom too. Oh my. Yeah, I feel like that maybe goes a little too far. I keep tapping in to look at my mail because I keep looking at my mail out of habit. I'm like, oh, 5 messages. I got to go look at that. No, you don't, Chisgule. We're good. We're good. Winksy Rock, $2 super chat. Thank you for that. Best secondary commander for Mina if Cao is low upgraded. So you got some interesting choices with Minamoto. Most likely, if you're using Minamoto as a primary and you're not battling barbarians, you're using a build that looks like this, I think is probably the pick for field fighting. This is probably the pick. So if this is the build you're rocking, you've got some pretty good options here. Who would I pair if your double C is not high level? I really like Pelagius. He generates rage, which is going to help you do more damage. He also does additional damage factor, which is what Minamoto does to do a lot of damage. I like the cavalry stats. I like the healing. Pelagius is going to be the pick here. I think Pelagius is the pick. And thank you again, Winksy Rock, for that super chat. Much appreciated. Is the bundle worth it for reaching level 30 legendaries? I don't know if I know that bundle. Klein bottle. It is 4-dimensional and one-sided. Christopher Kren, thank you for the 20 CZK donation. Much appreciated. All about the Klein bottle. All right. Where do we go from here? I really need to train some troops, actually. Let me just request the Duke real quick. Kingdom. Duke plus. Okay. Cool. We need to claim all these. Boom. All those lined up. Very nice. Spend on More Than Gems event or save for the Alex wheel. I really like the Alex wheel, but I also really like the More Than Gems event. I would be doing... make sure you can unlock your Alex. Make sure you can at least unlock your Alex. And, geez, that's a really tough choice. Because if you're going to invest the sculptures in Alex, that wheel is really good. The question, I guess, comes down to what else you need to buy. Like, if there's nothing you need to advance your progression, then I guess just wait for the Alex wheel. But if you need things like Books of the Covenant, if you haven't picked up yet the Master Blueprints, like, that's a really good pickup. 20 Universal Sculptures? Yeah, I don't think that's great. Osmond could be a good candidate, too, as a secondary to Minamoto. I wholeheartedly agree. Chisgule, Kusunoki is underrated for Soroli Indians ballads. He removes the stacks. Yeah, Kusunoki's good. Kusunoki is definitely good in those game modes. I have a question. Who would be a better investment for expertising? 5511 Khan or 5511 Alex? I would say the Alex is the better investment. Between Khan and Alex, Alex is the better long-term investment. Just keep looking at that. Let's get a look here. First skill of Alex, Killer. Super, well, I guess the opposite of Killer, actually. It's Savior. You get some shielding on yourself and an ally. Very good. And the second skill reduces healing effectiveness by 30%, and the damage factor here is amazing. Should I max Khan or Saladin? I have 400 gold heads. I feel like Saladin's a better commander to max. But it depends on what you're doing. Saladin's more tanky. Khan is more damage. Hey, Chisgule, what do you think of Persia and if it's going to be a civilization in the game? I don't know what they will add as a civilization. What are the kingdom gifts in the Lost Temple and how do you get them? The king of the kingdom can distribute gifts and they reset every single week. Ours will reset in 1 day and 8 hours. And actually, they only reset after the temple contention is completed. So the Lost Temple will be contendable. And then after that period ends, they will reset. But if we go into here, the gifts are 1 legendary, 2 epic, 5 elite, and 10 advanced. They have a bunch of goodies in them. Can I hit an info button on this? There we go. So you can tap into it. And anybody can go look in the temple to see this, I think. Anybody can go in and see this. And, you know, the rewards are pretty solid here. The rewards are pretty solid for what you get. It's a nice way of thanking somebody. We give these out to our title givers, I believe, on a pretty regular basis. Which, like, gosh bless the people who give out the titles, you know? Am I right? Am I right? Gosh bless the people who give out the titles. Tomorrow, big fight in Lost Kingdom 70 starts. Is it worth spending 20,000, 10 plus 10 back-to-back gems to switch civilizations to Arabia? I'm a cavalry rally leader, and normally I'm Germany. So I do think that it's pretty good for your kingdom if you could be Arabia. If you're leading rallies, especially if it's Attila and Takeda, I do think that's a good choice. I personally make that choice. Also, oh my gosh, am I a jackass? Ooh, wow, I'm not. I just got the Duke. That's stupendous. I can't believe that I nailed that. That was a 100% happy accident that I just got the Duke. And now we can say done. Kingdom. Done. Okay. All done. All done. Always respect your title givers. Amen. Praise be the givers of titles. Praise be the givers of titles. Man. Looks like there might be some excitement that I can go check out. Not gonna lie. Hold on a minute. Let me see if there's a little bit of excitement that we can go look at. There might be something we need to go see here. Let's just shut that down. Look at one of these chats real quick. Is there? No? No, I don't think there is. Just kidding. Nothing to see. Nothing to see here. Oh, my goodness. Did it happen again? Innocent people zeroed for personal gain. The answer is yes. Yes, indeed. And hello, good evening, stream. Hello, Deathstroke. Good to see you. Good to see you. I can ask for titles in my kingdom. They use a bot to give titles majority of the day, and I refuse to use it. Oh, man. That just seems like a really good way. The title bot seems like a really good way for the kingdom to have problems. When is the next 7K Gems event? You know what? Maybe it'll be with this boating festival event. Maybe it'll be with the Dragon Boat Festival. That's conceivable, right? For those of you that didn't know, there's a Dragon Boat Festival on the horizon. We know that because if we go into look at the avatar frames, we scroll all the way down. Let's see here. Dragon Boat. Isn't there a... wait, I wasn't all the way down. Dragon Boat drumroll. Can be obtained from the Dragon Boat Race bundle. So there's definitely a bundle. And events that give one too. This one, however, is going to come from a troop training, well, a power gaining event. And that power gaining event is going to give a 10% cavalry health skin. This right over here, we know that because it says so. Then it's official. He did it so far in every kingdom he's been in. I already feel sorry for the next group. Yeah. Yeah, H's is the upcoming legendary city theme worth it. I mean, 10% cavalry health is really good. If you don't have a cavalry skin and you're ready to go off the chain to try to get it, I mean, you're looking at like 200, 200, what am I, 20 million. 20 million points, I think, is what you should try to aim for. 20 million points? Is that right? Probably a 20 million power gain. I don't know how many points it is, but you probably got to gain 20 million power. Let me put it that way. You probably got to gain 20 million power. Let's see here. All right. What else? How would you skill up Theodora? 5-1-1-1 or skill up 1 by 1. You know, Theodora skill ups are an interesting question. I haven't fully decided if I would even recommend Theodora to most players, especially like there's so many things you should be doing as a higher priority than commanders for your wall, especially by the time this commander comes out. But let's say that you migrate to an older kingdom and you get her. Let's say you did that. You definitely want to max the first skill. The second skill, I think, is really exceptional, but it only gains power and effectiveness in a linear way. The next skill also has linear gain, and the next skill has non-linear gain. Well, the non-linear gain here is really compelling. This could be a commander you just take to 5-1-1-1. When commanding the garrison, each time Theodora's troops take damage, they have a 10% chance to gain a 10% damage bonus. I feel like this last ability is not as good. Let's see here. Let's just play this out. 40% damage for 3 seconds, and it happens once every 10 seconds. Is like 12% damage. It's like 12% damage for every second. Whereas this is going to give you 10% defense and 10% damage reduction from rally armies. I don't know. I think the earlier skills might be better. Hey, Hulk. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Winksy Rock. Which city skin for archers? We're on an infantry for the current one. You know, you got a lot of options for archer city skins. My recommendation for an archer city skin, and unfortunately I can't sort these by archer, so I got to look skin by skin. Which one do I think is good? Hey, Stephen Murray, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. You get a badge. Your name is in green, which means I'm much more likely to see and respond to your messages because, holy moly, chats are coming in 1 every 6 seconds right now. And you get all the hype emojis. Hype emojis? All the emojis, including the hype emoji. Let's get the hype emojis, welcoming them as a member of the channel. Much appreciated, Stephen Murray, for your support to the channel. So, Winksy, to answer your question, I think Silent Knight is good. Archer attack and you lose infantry health. I'd really rather not be losing health if I can avoid it. So what might be better? Skill damage is really good if you have Twilight Falls for most archers. I'd say this skin is really quite good. What is this one? Archer health. I would say No Place Like Home might be one of your top choices, except that minus cavalry health really sucks. So if you use a lot of cavalry, that's not amazing. Plus 5% archer defense and minus 5 cavalry attack. Frozen City's a fine choice. Continuing on. Archer attack and minus infantry defense is fine. I think the thing you're looking for at this point is going to be which of these skins least harms the troop type, a troop type that you care about, right? So if you care more about infantry, optimally you would not pick a skin that harms infantry. So which troop type do you care the most about as a secondary troop type? Now, Saints Halo is really good if you have it, but not a lot of folks have that. What else? There's one other one that gives a lot of archer stats. Here's one, Flight of the Heron. That's really good. I know Negan uses this one, Tears of the Eternal. There's one other I thought would be good. Timbered Ensemble you could use. Here it is. Amber Fortress, if you had it, would be probably the best option. The 10% archer health is really quite good. This was probably your best option. The red underwear. Hey, Chis, please comment on the following pairs for open field. Pelagius, Double C, Khan, Osman, and Saladin, Takeda. That is an amazing set of pairs. I would not do that any differently if you're bringing 3 cavalry. Super solid. Super solid. Gareth. It's every time she's attacked. So if she's getting swarmed, it sets off more. If the last skill on Theodora does set off more frequently, pardon me, then you definitely want to take her to 5-1-1-1. So I think probably 5-1-1-1 is going to be the recommendation here. That's probably my recommendation for this. Baron AJ, thank you for the $5 super chat. Put this money toward the next kingdom buff. You got it. You got it. That money will go toward the next kingdom buff. Much appreciated on the super chat. Whew. This has been a spicy live stream. 10% archer attack skin, powerful also. Hulk, much agreed. Bless you, thank you. Much appreciated. Appreciate the blessings. As we heal 3,000 troops at a freaking time. Nothing like that slow healing life. Chisgule. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Best talent tree for Attila rallies, please, and your equipment. Well, as it just so happens, I might be able to show you that. Here's our equipment on Attila. Looking pretty saucy. This is what we use. I really like the Silent Trial. I like rage, and I like taking away the rage of the enemy. This only works if you're getting attacked, so keep that in mind. I really like Iset's Sufferance, even more than I like Windswept. But, you know, if you don't have Iset's, use Windswept. I also really like this right over here. Milanese Plate comes from Lohars, really easy to get. And you can special talent that if you do enough Lohar rallies. Very, very solid. Very, very solid. That's the pair, and here is the build. Here's the build. Can I show my con? I most certainly can. Is this a pre-recorded stream? It is not pre-recorded. We're doing this thing live, which means if you're enjoying this and you drop a like on the video, it helps out the video a ton. That is much appreciated, and thank you again for your support to the channel. Focus on Theo or YSS. I would say wait. I would say wait, Brandon, until we know which one is better definitively. I can't say definitively that I know yet, but we will test and we will know. We will test. You'd only be migrate in around the 150-day mark, and that's Alex Wheel. Alex Wheel's so good. Ugh. Chisgule, what's your opinion on boats and boat warfare in a new version of Lost Kingdoms or an Ocean? I don't know about that. I don't know if I would introduce boat warfare to Rise of Kingdoms. I feel like that is a compelling idea, but could be a whole game in and of itself, and I'm pretty sure there are games that do that. Here is my build for Khan. This is a build for doing specifically Ian's Ballads and also Soroli. It would be easier if this game could automatically record who attacks what, when, and with who, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Can you show Saladin rallying tree? Sure, we have a Saladin rally build somewhere. We rally stuff with Saladin once upon a time, didn't we? Maybe? Maybe, Bueller? There you are, Saladin. Literally right next to Khan. Oh yeah, baby, this build's good. This build for rallying will be pretty good, but I think we can do better. I think we can do better. Ooh, I got a city hitting build. Chisgule, you savage. You savage. A field build? Field build without healing? I think we could do better. Let me show you better. The red underwear, thank you for the Canadian $5 super chat. Just tried to get green cavalry breastplate from Lohar. Ran 112 elite, 72 regular Lohars to get 30 fragments. Wow! They must have changed the drop rate. That is astonishing. That or you have horrible luck, but that is astonishing. Wow. You know what else they changed, by the way? We got to go talk about barbarian camps and keeps. Remind me. Remind me while we go make a build here. We got to go make a build. What build am I going to change? I guess I'll change this field healing build. Where is this build good? If you're using Takeda as the secondary, but let's reset this. I definitely want Rejuvenate. That's going to be your first stop for sure. And if you're using this commander to rally stuff, I really like Entrenched. This is a really sick talent. For the points, it's very, very solid. Continuing upward, I like if you're dealing with a Garrison that does skill damage going up to here. Reduce the skill damage that you take. Seems pretty good. I also really like going over here, reducing the skill damage that you take. Boom. And if you're worried about getting swarmed, I think you could go over here. If the Garrison does skill damage and you're worried about getting swarmed, that's pretty good. That leaves us one extra point. And I think we could do some other stuff with this that might be better. Like you could go over here instead of over here. But this is a pretty interesting idea. Let's call this Rally. Rally skill G for Garrison. Nickname format error. Okay. Rally skill G, no dash. Cool. Winksy, thank you for the $5 super chat. I followed various YouTubers in the past, and very rarely do you see one so involved and so helpful to help their subscribers and followers. Thank you, Chisgule. Thank you, Winksy, for your support. I really do genuinely want to be helpful to folks. I enjoy coaching. I really enjoy teaching too, and sharing knowledge, and also hypothesizing what might be good in different situations, then running tests and then sharing the results. I can't help myself but to talk about things that even sometimes are kind of detrimental. And I've been better about this recently, but I've restricted how open I am about every little thing right before a KVK because it's just too harmful to share everything we've learned. But then I go and I share everything I've learned. And I do that with the commander tier lists, with the builds. I mean, I used to not share my Attila Takeda build because I think we did something really cool with this build. I think we did something really cool with this build that not a lot of people were talking about because we have absolutely no march speed whatsoever. As much as we could avoid it, we avoided it in this build. We really tried. So thank you for noticing, and I really appreciate your support. Bane of Galrung, thank you for the $2 super chat. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Lucerne scroll chests are very underwhelming. Plus VIP 16 gives blue material chests daily. Yes, the Lucerne scroll chests are extremely underwhelming. These chests in here, I'll take that. And I'll take this. Yoink. Claim the prize. Claim this. Oh, cool. Claim the prize. And these chests right over here are super underwhelming. Do not gem your way to this chest. But if you want the city skin, it's kind of reasonable to gem your way to that if you needed to. Just the tail end of it. Chiss theory in action. If the game doesn't grow, your kingdom can't grow. Interesting. You're not wrong, but I also think that a kingdom can grow even if the game is not. And I think that the question you're asking is whether or not there is some inertia for people to move out of crowded kingdoms and into other kingdoms. And even then, theoretically, a kingdom can grow. I think that kingdoms that create a good environment will grow. Kingdoms that struggle to create a good environment will not grow. And what is a good environment is a really challenging question, right? What is a good environment is a really challenging question. Because I know that in our kingdom, there are some people that disagree with this idea that we've been trying to create, which is a arranged Mightiest Governor event. And let me explain that. The way that Mightiest Governor event works today, whoever spends the most or terrorizes the kingdom the most by killing low power accounts will win the Mightiest Governor. Do I personally think that is a great accountability system? Absolutely not. But I get that as a game, that's a fun idea. So for a kingdom that is relatively unified, what if we could, instead of rewarding spending and savagery, what if we instead could agree to a reward contribution? Now, this solves a lot of problems. And let me give you the extreme example of the opposite of this. Let's talk about Solimar. He was a 400 million power player. He won a boatload of Mightiest Governor events, and then he never showed up in Kingdom versus Kingdom. Solimar made the matchups for that kingdom harder by having so much power. It means that you get a harder KvK matchup. He didn't contribute at all, and he took sculptures from people that would have actually used them to fight for the kingdom. And ultimately, people left the kingdom because he was there taking all this stuff that, like, a part of the reason, okay? So, what if you could create a world, just hypothetically, what if you could create a world in which the winner of Mightiest Governor is the person who actually contributed the most? And that is what we are trying to do. We're trying to do that. We've done that in a couple ways. One way we've tried to do that is with the Eve of the Crusade. The Eve of the Crusade is inherently not very rewarding. The rewards for Eve of the Crusade are very low compared to a Mightiest Governor. And Mightiest Governor is much easier to win because you're only against your kingdom, not a whole continent. We have tried to create a world in which we reward the top 10 contributors for that Mightiest Governor, for that Eve of the Crusade, to get that exact same placement in a Mightiest Governor. That way, people train for the kingdom and they get rewarded later. You see what I mean? Because if you're being perfectly selfish, then you would not train troops in Eve of the Crusade. It doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't want to, right? You let somebody else do it. And you just train in Mightiest Governor. So to fix that incentive, we try to award Mightiest Governor to somebody who trains in that top 10 there. They get top 10 in Mightiest Governor. The next thing that we try to do is we look at kills, deaths, and resource assistance in Kingdom versus Kingdom. And we ask our T5 players who's interested in the commander. And we try to arrange the next couple Mightiest Governor cycles so that it's a more even distribution of sculptures to the people that actually contribute in KvK. Not the Solimars, not the people who spend but don't contribute, and they just collect but don't play, but the people who not only can spend but also can fight and contribute and do stuff for the kingdom. That's what we have tried to do, okay? That's what we've tried to do. And if you can get a kingdom to align on contribution instead of spending, then you end up with a distribution that goes to the contributors, not the spenders. And people initially see that and they're like, oh, I'm so constrained because Mighty Governor's rigged. No, it's way more open. You want in on Mightiest Governor, go send your troops to fight. Go send your troops to die. It's like that straightforward. And it's more open because let me tell you what would happen in a big Imperium kingdom. And I'm sure this happens in other kingdoms too. If it's a 100% open Mightiest Governor, what happens, even if, by the way, all you do is you constrain the kill event, right? You constrain the kill event so there's not reckless killing. You're not wasting resources that way. Even if it's just a training competition, okay? The reason that doesn't make as much sense, it just doesn't. It just doesn't. Logically, it doesn't work. Is that the people that are spending all those speed ups training in Mightiest Governors now don't have those speed ups to spend in Eve of the Crusade, in Light versus Darkness. And so we try to create an incentive where that works out. But if you don't have any constraints, then the biggest spenders will win every single event. In our kingdom, if we didn't try to reward people who contribute, what would happen is Juggernaut, Gaius, Hulk, me, Groggy, Sterling, Talib, we're going to win every single Mightiest Governor, and there will be no diversity in the distribution of sculptures. Zero diversity. We will win every time. Because we will the reality is we will outspend you. It's like, in a big spender kingdom, zero diversity of who gets Mightiest Governor. But the problem is that in order for that to work, people have to agree. People have to agree. Rochelle Gomez, thank you for the $2 super chat. A little thank you for what you do. Well, let me give you a huge thank you for the super chat and for your ongoing support. I'm not saying it's a perfect system. And I'm not saying it doesn't have flaws. But I think the people that are critics of this don't really understand the incentive system that it creates. People who contribute in KVK get the top placements, and it's just that simple, right? And I think that's a cool idea. I see I'm always forgotten. Last Spartan, good to see you. How's it going, my friend? How is it going? We let player donations and activity dictate the spots in 828. Pretty cool idea. Pretty cool idea, right? Because, like, look, I think Solimar to the entire Rise of Kingdoms community was the perfect example of the epitome of what can happen if a kingdom doesn't reward contribution. And this is not a criticism of Kingdom 39. Like, this was all, they experienced this at the front lines of this. They you know, like, they had to figure that, we all figured that out the hard way, like, by living it, where someone got all the sculptures and then didn't do anything. you know? So, I don't know. And what's even more crazy, right, is like, I know that the leaders of our kingdom, when we're doing this arranging, spend a lot of time asking in our T5 player chat, like, who's interested in the commander, and like trying to feel out, like, who's going for it, who's actually going to expertise it, right? Like, who's going to expertise it so that we can test with it that day. Yeah. So we try to do that. And I can tell you, if this Mightiest Governor didn't have some surprises, the winner of this Mightiest Governor would have expertised him today, and we would have testing this week. For sure. We would already have testing going. So, you know, people make their choices. But, you know, we try as a kingdom to create a reward incentive structure that makes more sense. I think it makes more sense, but whatever. And not everyone has to agree with it. The people that don't agree with it don't have to be here, you know? They don't have to be here. And we have refined it, actually. We have refined it. So if you win a certain number of sculptures in the Mightiest Governor that are arranged, if you exceed a certain amount of sculptures in that arrangement of rewards, then you can't compete in other things to get sculptures, specifically subsequent Mighty Governors, because we only arrange some of them, not all of them. Anyways, whatever. Enough about that. If you get rewarded for contributing in KVK, but you don't have money to train enough troops, can you rank high enough? So that's one of the things that we try to advise people, is that, like, we still require some amount of meaningful training for the top placements. So it's not just like the whole kingdom only does 20 million power of training or whatever. Like, you still have to hit a pretty meaningful threshold for some of the top spots. Yeah, I mean, that is true. Do you think that the person who took those sculptures will leave the kingdom? Hopefully. Hopefully. When I drop 250 million, next Mighty Governor, maybe they will remember me. Nice. Spartan's going to do a lot of training pretty soon, I think. Spartan's got a lot of training to do. What do you think it should be the reward to make it more interesting, a new map of a KVK? Or should they redesign the new map? Ooh, let's talk about KVK. Let's talk about KVK as I pour more seltzer. Ooh, KVK. What do I think about the new KVK map? And somebody said, what is it, 70? 70, 500, 500. Oh, I mistapped. Son of a gun. 70, 500, 500. Let's go there. Boom. Oh, yeah, one more reason. Just one more reason why rigging Mightiest Governors, or arranging them, I think is the more accurate word, is amazing, is that when the continent-wide event shows up, guess what kingdom has all the speed-ups to go and win it? Right? Like, isn't it just kind of obvious? But whatever. I get opinions. There's opinions. So, Kingsland opens in a few days. Yeah, so let's talk about the new map. I don't think this is a new map. Is this the new map? Maybe it is. I can zoom out to tell. We can tell, no, this is not the new map. Okay, this is not the new map. This is the old map. This is how you know. What do I think? should change about KVK. I think that the fight in Kingsland, first of all, I love that KVK has build-up in the new flavor of KVK. There's build-up leading up to Kingsland. This is good. The downside of the all-in conflict in the middle is that one side basically wins within the first 24 hours, and then KVK, it's not over, but it's kind of over. So I don't love that aspect of KVK as it is currently designed in Season 3 and 4 Light versus Darkness. I like a more extended fight, and I like the idea of a big fight in the middle, but that big fight, man, it's just too conclusive too immediately. Like if one side is sleeping, not that we've ever experienced that, then like, you know, we just had we purposely delayed fort dropping instantly. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that I like the build up, but I don't like the immediate ending of KVK, you know? Like I like the hype. I like in the new version of the ruins and altars that you can't teleport next to them and then just own it. Like here, like look, whoever owns this land is going to own this every single time and collect their honor, and there's no fight. We fought a lot in KVK Season 4. A lot of fighting in the Light versus Darkness format. And that was fun. Like, respect to the people we fought, because we had a lot of fun, and I was mostly battling 210, you know? But, like, they fought, we fought, we had to fight. It was good. It was good. It was field fighting. I love that you could bring only one march. That was amazing. I love that you could bring only one march. That was phenomenal. Because, like, look, otherwise, I have to bring 5. And that means my repair bill is going to be stupid. Okay? So the fact that I could bring 1 march instead of 5 marches made it even more free-to-play friendly. Like, you only need 1 march for the ruins. Instead of, like, you know, the free-to-play is having to battle, you know, with, like, their 5 best marches. Just bring your 1, and it's cool. I love the changes to the ruins and altars. I think that's very good. I don't know. I just wish that there was a way to make the fighting more prolonged in the middle. And I guess, like, you just can't have a big climactic fight in the middle of the map without it being decisive, because everybody's all there, you know? I don't know. I don't know. Camera focus? Really? Really? Man, I can't wait to fix this. Here we go. The fix. Boop, boop. The fix is back. I get all excited with my hands, and then my camera focuses on my hands. What a mess. What a mess. But now it should be totally good. What else would I change about KVK? What else would I change about KVK? I don't know. How did you win KVK 3? We did a couple things. First of all, we tested a lot, like an astonishing amount of testing. And from that testing, we learned what we thought the most optimal pairs of commanders would be. And using that information, we had a real advantage. We had a lot of people in our kingdom, myself included, waiting until we knew what the best of the best of the best was, and then we expertise stuff. And that made a big difference. When can I start using Saladin? He's 5/1/1 now. I mean, you can use him as a secondary, but do not take him to 4 stars. Holy moly. Do not take him to 4 stars. You really want to, like, 5/5/5/1 it if you can. Do you want to be a king? No. No. I want to have... In my perfect world, I would have nothing to do with leadership beyond making suggestions, and all I would do is make content. The reality is that I feel a huge sense of obligation toward trying to help improve a kingdom, which is why it is so frustrating when players decide that they just want to be toxic. You know? That's just frustrating. But it is what it is. Do you think a purchase pack is coming soon? Yes. I think there will be a Dragon Boat pack soon. Dragon Boat's incoming. Hey, Chisgule, I am at 5 million, 68 days in Iraq. Am I doing okay? You're doing all right. If you want to benchmark against my account, Go try to find my videos that are like from October and November of like, gosh, was it 2018? Holy jeez. Go look at those videos in 2018. I am so with you on content and leaning. Yeah. Like, as a content creator, it is a 100% not good use of my time, strictly speaking, to be doing anything other than focusing on what content I will create next. Right? Like, I should use every minute of my gaming time for content creation. But that is simply not who I am as a human. That is simply not who I am as a human. And I hope that my being involved in leadership activities makes me a more knowledgeable content creator, you know? But probably the amount of time I spend on that, like, is ridiculous. KVK would have been more enjoyable if it were possible for players stuck in the starting zone the whole time to get more rewards. You know, Bear and AJ, I feel like that's why they redesigned the map, so that you're not just stuck in the starting zone the whole time. That was a part of what they accomplished. And mission accomplished with the redesign of the map. Definitely mission accomplished on that front. Yeah. Chisgule, important question. If Khan is maxed, paired with Osman, and activate the second to none skill to Cosman... no. So if the expertise on Khan fires off, you do not get Osman's skill to fire off twice. Not to my knowledge. Here is Osman's skill that we're talking about, Sword of Osman, which deals 400 additional damage factor every time an active skill is used. The active skill, I think, is only used once, even though it triggers twice, if that makes sense. So it triggers twice as much damage, but only was fired off once. In the same way that if you have this fire off, I do not think you get the benefit of rejuvenate twice either from the skill tree. I'm pretty sure second to none will not trigger rejuvenate as well. Good leaders in the kingdom spend more time in the chats than they do actually doing events. Hands down, I think there's very little appreciation. Can I get an amen in the chat? If you appreciate the amount of time that your leaders spend in your kingdom, in your alliance, doing a 100% unpaid volunteer job, trying to organize stuff on other people's behalves. Can I get an amen for the appreciation to people who organize stuff? Because, like, look, it's real easy to be a hater. It's real easy to run around teleporting, zeroing cities, selfishly harming players that have done nothing to harm you. That's easy. That's easy. Hard to make a difference. Hard to volunteer to lead. We'll get some amens in the chat. Can you explain to us Alex's expertise and without? Yeah, sure. So Alexander the Great, the expertise skill makes it so that when the active skill is used, 3 nearby enemies will take 30% extra damage for 4 seconds. They get that debuff. For 4 seconds they take us. That's it. That's all the expertise does. And that's very good. That's very, very, very good. We got some amens in the chat. I got a B-men in the chat. Oh, why not? Spartan with the B-men. Hilarious. Chis, is the Dragon Boat event a 7k gems one? I don't know, but it's been a while. It has been a while. Is there a city skin? Is there a Dragon Boat city skin? Do I have a Dragon Boat? We do. Yeah, I bet you. I would bet money. I would bet you money that the Dragon Boat Festival will have a 7,000 gem purchasable upgrade tier. I would bet money. Lol, preach. Thank you, Brendan. And thank you for your support. Could you tell me if there's any scenario in which I will have to use Esong as a primary? I can't think of one. I'm hoping to take him to 60. Cortex Rock is going to bet $10. Oh, boy. Let's get this going. 3,000 Trooperoos. Did I just say Trooperoos? What the heck, Chisgule? What was I going to do? Oh, shoot. Esong primary. Let me show you my defense. with an Esong primary. Yeah, we got Esong primary. I don't have to use Esong primary. In this combo, I'm using Sun Tzu. In this combo, I'm using Sun Tzu. Hey, let's go buy something. Quit. Quit out of that. Let's go buy something. I want to get this daily special offer. You know, I've been on a daily special offer kick ever since 1:30 in the morning last night when I was talking with Spartan and Groggy. And we were just talking about the value of this bundle. And like, man, you use 500 action points in KVK. You get a lot of stuff out of that. You get a lot of stuff out of that. So I'm gonna fire this up. Let's just get this thing. Here we go. Let's get this. Rock my little face over there. Boom. Purchase is set. Marvelous. And we can go open up our little treasure over here. Ooh, 14 Treasures of the Warrior. Hello. Open that up. 3 Cloud Racers. Why couldn't that have been 3 Golden Age? But whatever. Okay, we got some goodies. 2 of these Treasures of the Uncrowned Emperor. Let's open these up. These are Julius Caesar sculptures. If we get it. 2 silver keys. 2 lumps of coal. Gross. Gross. 4 magic boxes. Yeah, okay, a random teleport, some action points. 3 elite material crates. Not so bad. What do we got over here? 26 green crates. Wow. Hey, so remember when I said remind me to talk about the barbarian keeps and camps? First of all, thank goodness I've done mine recently. That would have been embarrassing. Second of all, ooh, hold the phone. Cortex, member of the channel. Thank you, Cortex, for becoming a member of the channel. Did you just pressure him into doing that, Spartan? What is happening right now? You, my friend, have your name in green. You get the badge and all the emojis. Let's get those hype emojis. Welcoming Cortex as a member of the channel. I'm pretty sure that Cortex in the chat is this Cortex right over here. Pretty sure that's the same Cortex. Pretty sure that's the same Cortex. The one and only. I think they need to fix their algorithm. So let's talk about these barbarian camps and keeps. Just real quick. Barbarian stronghold. We'll go over here. What do we got? We look at this thing. Ooh, 13 hours coming soon. We look at the rewards. Now, the Swindler Dalarook, okay? He used to give epic chests, dude. This guy used to give epic chests. And now he gives you, like, nothing. I got 1 hour of speed up. I got, like, one... Oh, why are all my favorites gone? What? I got, like, 1 hour of speed up from him, okay? You used to get an epic chest. They did, however, increase the number of material crates you get for battling the regular boss by 2 greens. By half of a blue. So, I mean, I don't know. Shush getting my 10%. I think wait, what are you getting 10% of? Spartan, lol, rip. I don't know. The red underwear, it depends. If you don't really have any other legends you need stars, you could take them to 6, but no, I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to take Esong to 6 stars. You don't have to. You don't have to. I like it. I use it. Level 19 Barb, read my question again. I don't want to level 60 him. You don't want to take your... I mean, so if you're trying to save your sculptures, right? You're trying to do other stuff with your stars. You don't have to expertise your Esong. If you're avoiding expertising your Esong, in Canyon, you could use someone like Kusunoki as a primary. In the field, use Esong as a secondary. You don't have to max him out. Winksy says, we just took the temple in a couple of weeks ago, and I'm 14 million. Hope I'm doing decent. Yeah, you're doing well, Winksy. I don't know if I was much higher when we took the temple my first time around. I don't think so. I don't think I was even in... I think I was involved in the Lost Temple capture. I think I was, actually. I don't have to take Esong to 60. No, you do not. You don't have to use Esong as the primary. Now I know your question. Hopefully I answered that better. Yeah, you don't have to put your stars in Esong, but like you are kind of going to use him for the rest of the time you play the game. Not a bad commander to 6-star, but you don't have to. He's so good as a secondary. Like, it'll be fine. Civil War, 1826. 1826. Cool. Let's check that out. Good old-fashioned Civil War. Why not? I was the one who rallied our first temple. Spartan, the one. Wow, did I? No, I found a gatherer. I randomly selected coordinates that had a gatherer. All right, where's the action? At the temple? Any good Civil War has got to happen at the temple, right? No. Where's the Civil War? This does not look like a Civil War. This looks like a... I don't know what this is. They already have the temple. They're just stopping people from getting to it. Is this Civil War over? I don't see anything burning. Cities burning? No cities burning. Where's that war at? You can rally my temple? Whoa, Cortex. This is a PG live stream. I'm from Kingdom 96. How about that? Kingdom 96. I'm gonna read this next comment. Something fell. Okay, interesting. Oh, ooh. Someone's attacking soon. Wait, do I misunderstand the battlefield? Why is everybody just standing around? I don't know. I am legitimately confused. Someone is going to attack soon? Man, hope it wasn't a surprise attack that you just shared on the live stream. Yikes, wrong chat. Sorry. Oops. Who's next to expertise? I have Sun Tzu and Baibars and Lohar. Sun Tzu. Wait, you have Sun Tzu expertise. Boudica. Boudica's good. Looks like a Cold War. Everybody's standing there. The Last Spartan. Pressuring more people into becoming members. Chisgule, how many points for VIP 13 to 14? I'm pretty sure that was 250,000. Isn't that 250,000? And then 250,000 again? The cool guy, his kingdom is accepting. You need to be under 35 million power. Yes. Yes, indeed. Sparta has been a Chisgule fan before Chisgule even began his channel. I don't know that that's exactly true. I don't know that I know Hydrol, though, a very long time. You guys know each other, having a little conversation. Okay. Chat's having a little conversation, a little side conversation. Can you show an Alex skill tree for open field with Esong? Yeah. I most certainly can. Alex skill tree with Esong. Commanders. Alex. Talents. With Esong, huh? With Esong. Here's a rally build that's really crazy. This is a rally build. And here is a canyon build that I think is also pretty good in the field. Let me see. Does this... Okay, so you don't want martial mastery. That's the key. The key to your build is you don't want to get martial mastery. That's the most important thing for an Esong combo. So this is my open field build with March speed. Here it is. Here's my March speed build that I would recommend using in Esong. You could even consider getting fight to the death if you wanted, right? You could ditch the March speed, ditch the point over here, and get the fight to the death. That would be reasonable. Chisgule. Should I invest VIP 9 to VIP 10, 40,000 gems? Yes. Good investment. Definitely a good investment. Definitely a good investment. Watching from the Philippines. Well, hello to you in the Philippines. How did your kingdom go about the temple? Give it to the strongest alliance. At the time, it was just the strongest alliance in Kingdom 51. There really was just no question on how that was going to work. There was a strongest alliance. They got it. That was that. What's your Khan open field build? So, good question. We showed our Soroli build. Here is an open field build that apparently I got rid of. Here's one. Here's one that I like. Here's one that I like. The Naked in Cav Naked was for a Naked Rage build. Here's the Naked Rage talent. So I had a version of this build that had Naked Rage, and apparently I erased it for some reason. Is 1075 my first kingdom? No. We were in Kingdom 51. We migrated to 39, and then we migrated to 75. Bro, you ever thought on clean shaving? Let me tell you something. I used to be clean shaven, and then it was No Shave November, and I started dating someone who was really into beards, and I have never looked back. I participated in No Shave November and got the girl. I mean, like, come on. It was a win. It was a win all the way around. Never... I did clean shave once after having a beard, and I was like, oh my god, why? Why, Chisgule, did you do that? That was a terrible idea. Chisgule, nice stream. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I like your videos a lot. When you get new commanders, I return your videos firstly. Well, thank you for coming back. Ahmed, good to have you here. What is a city defense for Wu, please? Sure, city defense build for Wu. If you're defending your city, let's pull up Wu. See, I don't have many points I can put on a Wu. In fact, I have like none. If I was doing a city defense build for Wu, I would get Know Thy Enemy if you think you will be surrounded. I would get Rejuvenate for sure. I would get... If you think you'll be rallied with non-Attila Takeda, I would definitely get Loose Formation. I think that Emergency Protection is really good. You have to get Hidden Wrath. This is crucial. Hidden Wrath is amazing. I also really like these talent points over here. Armed to the Teeth and Armored to the Teeth. They might be worth it. But you're going to run out of talent points. So somewhere in that, you're going to have to pick and choose. I think you could drop off Emergency Protection in favor of trying to go for Armed to the Teeth and Armored to the Teeth. I think you could go up to Strategic Prowess as well. I think there's some good stuff there. You do Impregnables, a must get. I think Nowhere to Turn is a must get. So one way you could try to get some of these other points is you go here, and if you don't think you're going to get swarmed, you think you're going to get rallied by one rallied army, don't get Know Thy Enemy. Just get this, go here, go all the way up to here. There you go. There you go. Don't you dare shave, says Winksy Rock. See, she knows. She knows. It would be a bad choice. Chisgule, what commanders do you recommend to defend the city for a free-to-play player? Well, Heroic Anime. It just so happens I have done multiple videos, including one this very... Wait, was it today? This very morning, I did a video that was like the best epics to defend your city. So check out the video I did literally today. We also have a couple videos about builds that we did recently. Check those out as well. Thank you, Cortex Rock, for the 20 knock donation. 4:30 in the morning. I better get to bed. Have a good evening, my friend. Thank you again for your support. Much appreciated. Rest well. Is it possible to get a one-on-one sit-down with you to talk about my account? 30 minutes. What would my price be? I don't know what I would charge. I don't know. I am not sure. Ooh, my reminder to buy the VIP shop. What, you don't have an alarm to buy the VIP shop every week? In case there's a More Than Gems, I always buy it on, well, for me, it's Sunday. I always buy it today. Anyways, the reason I do that is that just in case More Than Gems, if it had come today, man, it would have been so good. If More Than Gems had just landed today, I would have gone in today and I would have bought, all the stuff that I like to buy. Then reset would have happened for this whole set of stuff, and then I'd go buy it all over again. That would have been the best. Speaking of buying things, I need gems. I need gems. We're going to put up the old spend blocker. We're going to put up the old spend blocker. By the way, I really regret not buying... I really kind of regret not buying the Call of the Ancients this week. I didn't. I wish I had. Instead, I'm buying way more Hammer and Anvil than I would like. Whatever, that's the situation. Here we go. We're going to pick this up. Bada boom. $5 bundle is in. Okay, and that purchase is looking groovy. Awesome. Yeah, I just say groovy. What's up? Okay, here is the $10 bundle. Bada boom. Put up the old purchase blocker. Boom. $10 bundle is in. Very nice. And drop that. Purchase is in. Here is what is in the $20 bundle. One epic chest worth of blues, and then 2 blue chests worth of greens. So I guess I should just say 4 blues, 8 greens, but whatever. Small amount of speed ups to round it out. And, hey, Shifty Walnut, thank you for the $5 super chat. Missed the stream, but having a beer for the channel. Well, thank you for your support. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Hope that you're doing well. What a day it's been. What a day. I spent way more time than I intended playing today. Here we go. $20 bundle. Rock it out. Bada boom. The purchase is in. We're all set. Very nice. Okay. Now the $50 tier. 2 epics. 8 blues. And 15 hours of speed ups. And another super chat. Hammer bundle is number 1. Prove me wrong. Dumbass Spartan, thank you for the $10 super chat. Oh my. We've got a Hammer and Anvil fan over here. Spartan is a Hammer and Anvil fan. Baron AJ, they should add an option to buy the, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 in a single purchase so my bank quits thinking it's super suspicious. You know? Yeah. That would be pretty cool. I believe Baba, who is a 700 million power player now, joked that there should be a Baba button that buys all of the bundles to the max. Ridiculous. Spending in a mobile game. I do feel obligated, as I spend lots of money in a mobile game, to make sure that you get your life priorities straight. The number 1 priority should be your family and your health and your wellness. And after that's all locked up and in a really great place, retirement, also very important. Saving for emergencies. I think the average American, I mean, look, I'm no financial advisor. I'm not going to claim to be. But like the average American, I think would not be able to pull together like $400 in a pinch. So I think getting your savings together is a more important thing than spending in a mobile game. Here's how I spend in a mobile game. Given that I feel like my other ducks are, relatively speaking, in a row here. All right. Plus, this is kind of a, I make better content when I can do the content, Anyways. Okay. I spend gems so you don't have to. That whole stint. You've heard me say it before. I feel like a broken record. There we go. Purchases in. Hammer and Anvil. Bada boom. All right. Nothing else I want to buy right now. Nothing else I want to buy. If you are buying passports, the cheapest way to get passports is to do it every month, but to only do like the $5, $10, $20 bundles. After that, it gets kind of relatively expensive and steep in terms of price. But now I feel like my gem count is in a much better place. If there were to be some event that would drop, I'd have enough that I could, do what I need to do here without having to resort to the bundle. What bundle would I get? What bundle would I even get? Probably a war bundle. The war bundle? What is it? Yeah, War Machine. That's what I'd probably get if I already had purchased the other bundle, the Hammer and Anvil, and I needed more gems out of the deal. That's where I would go. But that is not the situation I want to be in. All right, Cortex says, all right, I'll actually go to bed now before I say something not smart. Good night. Well, good night. I wonder what else was happening in the chat that I missed. Holy moly. Holy moly, what did I miss? Last Spartan, you ain't wrong. Oh, that's what Cortex said. All right, cool. Also, bear in mind, a lot of spending he does is using our support for our entertainment. That is true. That is true. It's taking my YouTube money and reinvesting it into YouTube and content. I want to see an Egypt civilization with a special unit, chariot archers. Oh, that's a cool idea, Winksy. I like it. I definitely like it. Reminder the chat to not spam the chat. I'm R4 in a top alliance in 1918. My phone is not working. Good, too many people. Chat when the game opens again. Yeah, that's a tough one. You could play on a service like BlueStacks on your computer. That will be an option if you can't play on your phone. I just got Esong Expertise and Julius Max. I also have a couple more KVK1 commanders close to max. Does Esong Julius Caesar sound like a good pair for Canyon and Field? Is there any better pair for Esong? So you could pair... Look, legendaries are great. And Caesar primary with Esong secondary will definitely work. It'll be very tanky and high damage. That's what I would do if you're making one march. If you wanted to pair Esong with Sun Tzu or Kusunoki, that would be a great way to slice the Kusunoki off and to pair the Caesar with somebody else. Spartan wants a Greek civilization. All right. Chisgule, can I get Richard I? You can from the Wheel of Fortune or from Card King. Is it worth making a Delane's amulet? I have 40 million power. There's a lot of things I'd look at before making Delane's. Delane's is very good, but I would, make sure you've got your, some Staff of the Lost or Gatekeeper's Shield where you need it. I would maybe even, depending on how invested you are in archers, you would consider doing Golden Age first. Definitely your revival set is more important. And Expedition Warhelm's really good. I would make sure you have... I skipped the Commander's heavy armor. I skipped most of the chest pieces, but Milanese plate I feel like is a really important grab, as well as however many infantry breastplates you need. For gloves, windswept is the most important thing here. Having some of those is good. For pants, it's going to be Vanguards and then Greaves of the Exile. And I think I skipped Revival set for chest. Definitely get that locked out if that's a thing you have available to you. Windswept boots for boots is really, really good. If you got all that stuff lined up, I can now make Pendant of the Eternal Night. I guess all those Hammer and Anvil bundles I've been buying have been paying off, Spartan. I bought a lot of those, and I can now make some gear. Holy jeez. I'm just going to hit the quick forge button, but I'm not going to forge it. Look how many material chests this is going to use. Probably everyone I have. Whew. Baby. I'm going to close out of this before I accidentally tap to build it. Do it to Spartan? Oh my god, stop it. 4 epics greater than Delane's for a 40 mil. Yeah, Spartan is talking sense. The problem with Delane's is that it is the equivalent of 2.5 epic pieces. So I think you're better off with the 2.5 other epic pieces before you make a Delane's. But if you've got all that other stuff I was just talking about lined up, then I think moving over to accessories is a mighty fine choice. Do it for the stream. I think you should do it for the... Dude. The only reason I would not do this for the stream is that A, it's a legendary. So once I make this, there's no going back. And B, I don't know what special talent I would put on it. I do not know what the right special talent is. Is it leadership? Because the new Garrison commanders? Is it archers? Because archers do bullets of skill damage? I don't know, but it would be such a shame to get the special talent and then not have it on the right thing. Given that this is as many materials as Skolas's Lucky Coin. Okay? This is a expensive piece of gear. A mighty expensive piece of gear. It's crazy. It's crazy how much gear you can make. I mean, like, I literally, right now, wait, I can make blueprints? Why can I make blueprints? What can I make? Oh, because oh yeah, okay. That's fine. There's so many pieces you can make instead. Do it, peer pressure, says Baron AJ. Nah, save it, says Devil's Knights. All right, mate, heading out. Good to see you again. The red underwear. Have a great evening. Instead of making that Pendant of Eternal Light, I could make the Sacred Grips and the Shio's Return and something else. It's crazy how much I could make. And then if I didn't like it, I could take it apart too. It is ridiculous how much I can make. Truly ridiculous. Siege is beast. Not wrong. Not wrong. Who is the strongest player in Rise of Kingdoms and how much of the... I think it might be Baba. Are there players more powerful than Baba? The funny thing about Baba's situation is that, like, he basically would kill any kingdom he goes to. Not intentionally, but because he's so high power, he, like, flips it Imperium. And there's... The reality is that a single player simply cannot add that much value to a kingdom. Like, with no offense intended. Unless they are willing to lose hundreds of millions of power solo defending something. They can't add that much value to a kingdom relative to how much open field presence they bring. So for Baba, JWM was undoubtedly like the best, probably the best choice. Because JWM, man, that kingdom is never leaving Imperium. So to them, it doesn't matter that he's got all that power, and like they don't care how hard their next matchup is. They got the strongest, kingdom probably in the game. So I think it was a really great move on his part. I think it was very smart. Makes a ton of sense. I understand it. I'm the strongest player, says Olskander. A player named Maverick is the strongest player. Interesting. Maverick. Okay, well, today I learned. Maverick. No offense intended. In before Baba. Lol. I mean, it was not an offensive comment. It's just an observation about, like, let me put it this way. Let me try it this way. You have one 700 million power player who can put only 5 marches on the field, or you could have, how many 50 million power players is that? That would be like 70 50 million power players? 70 maybe? I don't know. You get the idea, right? Like, you get the idea. It's crazy. Winksy says, people underestimate that 10% on my Kusunoki, the 4th skill pops up 4 to 5 times during a battle with a regular barb. Yeah, it's a good skill. It's definitely a good skill. The 4th skill is the truth. Here's all our bundle purchases. I guess we'll favorite these so we have them for later if we want them. I don't know. Do we want them? Whatever. We have them. Check 1322. He's in the main alliance, I think. Okay. 1322. 700. That's about right. It's probably more like 650 or 550. Where are we headed? No, that was not too far off from the Lost Temple. Lost Temple is here. Main alliance. Presumably they own the temple. And alliance members. What do we got? Oh, there's Maverick. 767 million power. That is insane. Poof. 32 mil dead. Holy jeez. I'll take 10 70 mil players. Yeah. Crazy. So, chat is saying it's like 14 50 million power players. That's actually not true when we talk about your contribution toward Imperium. So let me explain that real quick. The way that Imperium works is that the game looks at your top 300 players by power, okay? And if you have a player that is all the way up at the top, like we got Juggernaut up at the top, 247 million power. When it looks at the total power of your players in the top 300, that player all the way at the top, they are contributing 700 million power toward Imperium, which is kind of nuts. So depending on who is at the bottom of this Imperium list is who is going to be replaced. If you, it's what you could bring in your top 300 and like not break into Imperium. So you could bring in you know, like the amount that a 700 player is contributing to Imperium, I guess what I'm trying to say is that player minus, where's the 300? For us, it is 48 million power. So they're contributing, well, in this kingdom, Maverick is like 747 million power. So he's contributing 700 million power above what this next player is contributing over here. We'll just make it easier. So if you instead, what I'm trying to say is spread that 700 out across a lot of different players, right? Like, you get so much more. You get so much more. I think. I'm not explaining it well. I'm really not. I get that 700 divided by 50 is 14. That I get. But you could take that 700 power and you could split it across how many players? You see what I mean? See what I mean? And the kingdom will be a lot stronger. Aggressive scrolling. Oh, such aggressive scrolling. Juggernaut is free to play. Juggernaut is definitely free to play. Maverick is free to play. Stop fighting. And I get the idea of like powering up a lot. I mean, like, I don't know how much money they have to be spending on these mobile games or how they have that money. But if I had that, I mean, like, I want to be 700 million power if I had that kind of cash lying around. That sounds crazy. It sounds awesome. I get it. There's not a knock on it. I'm not knocking on it. But it does contribute a lot toward Imperium. A lot toward Imperium. You just donated $10 and you call yourself a free-to-play? Who did? What? I think the free-to-play thing was a joke. I think that was a joke. When do you abandon raising a legendary commander to max skill to begin a better one? For example, 3 away from max con to work on new cavalry commander Attila. Man, that's tough. Are you the rally leader? If you're the rally leader, that seems like an important choice. I do think Attila is a lot better than Khan. He's a lot better than I had expected for so many game modes. But you're 3 skills away. I don't know. That's a tough one. What do you all think? 3 skills away from an expertise Khan. Do you start working on Attila? I guess it depends on how fast you're working on it. Was B in your kingdom? Whoa. Is this B? B was in my kingdom. His coordinates are 1059, 595, 621. Okay. 1059. B was in my kingdom. He's very chill. I actually met B in real life, which was pretty amazing. Super awesome person. Treated me to dim sum. Best dim sum I've ever had. Yeah, that's B. That's definitely B. He's got the same icon. Whew, 192 million power. It's a good number. He's got good kills. Interestingly, I have more dead troops than B now. I have more dead troops than B. But B is super chill. I love B. Delightful human being. Delightful human being. Free to play. Free to pay, not free to play. Indeed. What is Imperium for? It is to prevent kingdoms from being too strong. It is to prevent kingdoms from being too strong. So, for instance, our kingdom's Imperium. And governors over a certain power level can't come to our kingdom anymore. Because they don't want us to be so powerful that, like, they're avoiding the world in which it's just correct to have one super kingdom, basically. Bro, it's worth to go to a dead kingdom to farm gems? I don't know. You can go to a dead kingdom and just enjoy the fact that, like, you win Mighty Governors and all that kind of stuff. It's not my style. I'd rather have a really great arc team and a lot of other stuff going on than just, you know. I mean, I'm not saying you can't make that happen in another kingdom. But I like how vibrant Kingdom 75 is. And, like, yeah, we got problems. We do. We got some folks that went rogue. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I don't love it. Especially, like, it's a content creator kingdom. I get it. It's going to happen. People have strong opinions. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, Baba was above B? Did I miss that? Did I legit miss that, like... Well, I don't have the coordinates anymore. Baba was right next to B? Really? Do I farm gems? No. What are my thoughts on fixed Mighty Governors? I think they're a very good idea if done well and the kingdom agrees. I think that the incentive alignments there are exceptional. I think that saving the speed ups for events that reward the kingdom rather than competing for the exact same rewards, regardless of how many speed ups you use, is a better way to go. Can I tell you a dead kingdom? I don't know offhand. How do you find dead kingdoms? How would you find a dead kingdom? Okay, that's a good question. What would I do? I would click the map, and I'm just going to look at a neighbor. I'm not saying they're dead. I'm just looking. And I would go look at the kingdom, and I would zoom out, and I would go to the Lost Temple. Again, I'm not saying this kingdom is dead. I'm just showing an example of how I would look. I would go to the Lost Temple. I would look at the alliance that owns it. What is their power? 9 billion power is a lot of power. Does not seem like a dead kingdom to me. I would go look at another alliance. What's the power? 4 billion power is pretty decent. I would look at another one. What do we got over here? 8 billion power. This is definitely not a dead kingdom. If there were any questions, those can be now resolved, right? Is it a super powerful kingdom? I don't know. You'd have to look at more of the alliances. But if you were to look at this and be like, oh, there's like, only one kingdom here and their power is really low, like that might be an indication of a dead kingdom, especially when you look at other nearby kingdoms. Let's go look at another one. Let's go look at 80. Again, I'm just picking kingdoms in my content. I haven't done this in a very long time. So this is educational for me too. What do we got? Look at this one alliance with all this territory at the Lost Temple. That is the sign of a potential dead kingdom or a super dominant alliance. Okay, here we go. 4.5 billion power. Very, very low for a temple holding alliance. What else do we got? 2 billion power. This is the Lost Temple area, the most coveted land in the kingdom. And that's it? That's all we got? This, with no offense intended, is a relatively low activity kingdom. Okay? I'm not saying it's dead. I'm just saying it seems really low activity. And you compare the two we just looked at and you can see the difference, right? You can really see the difference there, right? To give an example of a high activity kingdom, here is what a high activity kingdom would look like. We got 11 bill in wolves. We got 6.5 in rig, 6.3 in NL, 5.5 in mofos, 3.8 in mighty family, right? This is what a pretty active kingdom would look like compared to some of those other ones. Best way to find a dead kingdom is look at recruitment threads. See who's trying to find a new kingdom. Ask them why players would be able to tell you. Interesting. On all arcs, we've been undefeated so far by letting our group take the close buildings while our strongest rally their obelisk early on. If you get their obelisk at the start, man, you can really wreck them. There's a dead or dying kingdom because there's only 1.5 alliances at the Lost Temple. Yep. And it's probably just a low activity kingdom. Because at some point, yeah, it's cool to get all the rewards, But what happens when you get to KVK? Aren't the better rewards in KVK? Don't you want to be in a kingdom that has a higher chance of winning a KVK? I think you do. Which is why we created what we're doing here in this kingdom, That's literally why we're here. Is to try to really engineer a kingdom for KVK victories. And I feel like we've done a pretty good job of that. Honestly, we've learned some things. But in general, I think we've done a pretty good job of that. All right, let's go gather some RSS up in here. Boom. 1598 was definitely dead when we left it for 1597 to get proper vengeance on the dictator in KVK1. Ooh, savage. Sounds like some drama. Is Arabia a good choice for mid-game? Arabia is kind of an end-game choice. It's kind of an end-game choice. To be honest. End-game choice. Sea Kingdoms are lovely. Get all the rewards. No crazy Mighty Governors and stuff. I mean, like, dude. If I spent as much as I did, and I was in a Sea Kingdom, I'd win a lot of Mightiest Governor events. With that said, I get a lot of my speed-ups from bundles that other people have bought and events. Like, let's just look here. What do I got here? 5 silver keys. Off to a great start. Here's my hammer and anvil. What I get? Okay, well, worthless. Completely worthless. And okay, my bundle was worthless. I got 1 hour, I don't know, 5 hours of speed ups, 10 gems. Here's a bunch of hours of speed ups. Here's some gold keys. Right? Like, you get a lot of stuff from these bundles. I don't know. I would definitely net out more legendary commander sculptures if I went somewhere else. And like, maybe there's something to be said for like, you go to a kingdom that's nearly dead. You show up. You restrict recruitment to 35 million and under, or maybe 45 million and under, so you never flip Imperium. And like, you just whale out and collect a bunch of sculptures and stuff. I don't know. Depends on the kingdom's rules, I guess. But then, like, you know, good luck with Ark of Osiris, if you care about that. Free to play. Finally got my con to 5551. Should I pair him with your 5111 Tau? I think that's fine. That's the downside of a smaller kingdom, less gold chests. Definitely the case. Baba location. We got a Baba ping here. We got 1059 and 600 and 623. Let's go, baby. What do we got? What do we got up in here? We got a Baba sighting. Do we have a Baba sighting? There's B. There's Major. There's Mele. There's Blackfeather. There's Baba. Okay, yeah, spot on. There's Baba. Baba has a lot of kills. Make no mistake about it. Dude has a lot of kills. 20 mil dead. There's a lot of dead troops. Holy moly. Still going? I know, Walnut. It's crazy. We're still streaming. We're having a good time. We're hanging out. Look at this resource assistance. That is the most impressive thing from Baba. 37 million resources. Billion resources. Billion. That's crazy. That's totally nuts. I can't even. Wow. That is something. Whew. Oh, yeah, this guy was in Kingdom 75 a long time ago. Not 75, Kingdom 51. He joined us in 51. 2.2 million dead troops. Whew. Well, fights in the field. That's a lot of power. Not a lot of dead troops. Look at all those kills. Definitely a field fighter. I don't know if you win a KVK. Well, you don't not win a KVK with field fighting. This is kind of a fun game. I guess these guys don't have a lot of occasion to fight. 6.3 is a very impressive number of dead troops. That's very impressive. Well, 1.4. I don't know. These guys do not get much opportunity to send their troops to die. I'm not going to lie. They do not get much opportunity to send their troops to die. Is RSS assistance how much you've sent or received? That is how much you have sent. Guess it's going to make me search my entire KVK and guess. What am I making you search your entire KVK for? Did I miss a comment? Might have missed one. Smash the love button. Hey, yeah, if you're enjoying this live stream, consider smashing the like button on the stream and subscribing for daily Rise of Kingdoms videos. We've been hanging out for a while. I think we are going to head out for now. We are going to be casting on the official Rise of Kingdoms channel tomorrow. That's right. Tomorrow on the official Rise of Kingdoms channel, the Osiris Invitational. What's going to happen here? I don't even know. I don't even know, but we're going to find out. I'm going to be casting one of the matches that is happening in 12 hours from now. So be on the lookout for that match. We'll see how it goes, which realm will win. So far, the realm of Horus is up by 1. We will see. I'm going to head out for now, my friends. Again, drop a like on the stream if you enjoyed it or were entertained at all. It's free to you and helps the channel a ton. Consider that subscription. Daily Rise of Kingdoms videos. Lots of good stuff coming. And until next time, you have fun smashing the kingdom.